But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time and education together. Always we see in the internet a lot of videos and Muslims bragging about how Islam changed the life of women. Before Islam, women they were disrespected. Before Islam, women they have no inheritance. Before Islam, women they have no rights. But the second you ask Muhammadan, who is the first wife of Muhammad and how he met her, they will say to you, her name is Khadija, and Muhammad used to work for her. So women before Islam, they have no respect, but women before Islam, she was the boss. And she was a businesswoman. And Muhammad himself, he get his orders from a woman. Do you see how they lie? Right away, the lie, appear. As we always will say, Islam without lies dies. All of us, we knew that the Middle East became horribly treating women after Islam. Before Islam, you can go and you can search how many famous queens they ruled the area. They ruled Egypt, they ruled Syria, they ruled Persia, they ruled all over. Islam came and made the women a sex toy. But I don't want to blame the Muhammadan for their lies. I want to blame the Christians for their ignorance. You see, you go to a church, and this Sunday, and the coming Sunday, and the after Sunday, and the after Sunday, what do you really learn in this church which you go to? Did your priest ever warn you about cults and lies? Did your priest even open the topic? Why your priests don't want to talk about it? What is their job exactly? Is the job of the Christian church today just to do rituals? That's it? So we go and we praise Jesus and we wave our hand to Jesus, and depend in your church culture, you do whatever rituals you do, and that is a Christianity supposedly? Is that what the disciple used to do? Is that what Jesus used to do? I cannot find any what they do today is what Jesus did. Churches, they became a place of rituals. Jesus was having a church of teaching and preaching and debating. Jesus was a debater. We have churches today run by businessmen like Muhammad. All what they care for, give them a salary, health insurance, and free housing. To the point today, you can search for a priest in recruiting websites. Can you believe it? You want to have a minister to your church, they post a resume, and then people, they find your resume, and then they will interview you, and then they will hire you. So if Jesus himself, he apply to work in any of those churches, do you think he will be accepted? If Peter or Paul or any other disciple of Jesus, they apply to work in those churches as ministers, do you think they are qualified? Most likely, they will kick them out of the church after 5 minutes of them making a speech, because they will say things is not politically correct. They will say things as it is. I remember once I went to a church, and I drove actually 3 hours, you know. And the reason I went there, because somebody told me about it. And anyway, I went there. The church is so huge. There's thousands of people. Huge, I mean really huge. I asked for the church minister. And then a guy, he came. He's wearing jeans, which is ripped off. Fashion style, you know, like Mimi hijab when he wear his jeans, you remember? Have holes in it. And he said, yeah, they asked me, they said, you are looking for me. I look at this fashion boy, and this is the guy who was teaching the Christians how to follow Jesus. He have glasses match his t-shirt, and the t-shirt match his shoes, and the shoes are kind of a fishy, fancy, and ring, and nice watch. It's a fashion boy. You can tell this guy, he just came from a fashion show. He did not really come from the church. And we are still in the front of the church. So I start explaining to him what I do. He said to me, well, send me your resume and I will take a look. I said, you got me wrong. I'm not looking for a job. I do my work voluntarily. It's for free. You don't have to pay me. Oh, okay. Well, still you have to send me your resume. And I have to look at it, and then I will respond to you. I said, I don't know what you mean by resume. If you want, I can refer you to some very well-known people who know me very well, and they are church ministers. Is that what you are looking for, like recommendation? He said, no, I want a resume. And then they told me they have a church, they have a Bible study. I went inside the Bible study. It was the father of this guy. It's like the son, he is inheriting the father. So the father is the one who is the founder there, and then the son is going to carry on in the business. So I sat in the Bible study. In less than, I don't know, 10 minutes, I corrected him 3 or 4 times. This guy who claimed to be a minister, he cannot even quote a verse from the Bible. And then I said to myself, so this is a huge church, and there's a very small teachers. And the Muslims are taking advantage because we have hypocrite leaders who do not really speak of Christ's teaching. They don't even dare to speak of a Christ teaching. They don't even dare to quote a verse from the Bible if the verse is against what is called political correctness. Huge church, small leaders. In the time of Jesus, we have big leaders, small church. And the church was real. And today we will see that the Muslims inviting your children to their mosque,
one God,
so they can deceive them and they can lie to them. And as usual, your children, they are ignorant. And why they will not be? If the parents are dummy, why the children will not be dummy? If the priest is dummy, why the student will not be dummy? So they prey on your ignorance and the ignorance of those people, and they invite them, and they come. And now this guy is teaching them how amazing Islam is. We can't play long of the video because whatever he say, we can beat the hell of it. But I will play little parts so they cannot complain and make a copyright claim.
A responsibility that we have towards God, knowing Him, worshipping Him, following His guidance. We have responsibility towards Muhammad, peace be upon him, knowing him, loving him, following him, and to all the prophets. Then a big responsibility Muslims have towards our parents. The Qur'an is big on it. Muhammad, peace be upon him, is big on it. One time a person came to the Prophet and asked him this question, that of all the people in the world, who should be my love, my kindness, my compassion, my allegiance should go towards? The Prophet said, your mother. And then the person asked, okay, fine, then who next? And the Prophet said, your mother. The third time the Prophet said, your mother. The fourth time the Prophet said, your father. Right? Dads.
So the first time he said your mother, the third time, the second time your mother, the third time your father. And actually before that he says that Muhammad, he said the heaven is under the feet of the mothers. And this is a da'if hadith, and I wonder why Muslims, even they quote things, they don't themselves accept it. If I quote it, they will say, if I quote a hadith which is not, is da'if, the Muslim, they will say to me, it's da'if. If I quote a hadith, is embarrassing, right away they will say, it's da'if. But they can quote all kind of fake, or as they claim it, that they are. For me, I don't care really for da'if. Da'if is accepted. Da'if for me is accepted. That's why it's called da'if. But this is their hypocrisy. And then when he mentioned this hadith, Allah Messenger, who amongst the people is the most deserving of my good treatment. He said, your mother. Again, your mother. Again, your mother. Then your father. So the guy, he did not even quote the hadith correctly. In the Old Testament, we have a command that the one who disrespects his parents, he should be put to death. This is how serious it is. In Islam, there is no punishment for disrespecting your parents. And actually, Muhammad is the first one who disrespects his mother. When Muhammad, he said that the women, she come and she proceed and she come in the image of the devil. How we say to somebody, you have to be kind to your mother, and then we say to the same body, women are the devil. They come to you in the image of the devil, and they live in the image of the devil. And why this Abdul is not quoting this to the Christians, so he can explain to them how women look like in Islam. So the Prophet says, be nice to your mother, and the Prophet says, your mother is the devil. And you will notice here that the devil is Muhammad himself, because this woman, she did not do anything wrong. Muhammad, he just saw a woman walking by. She was not a hooker. She is not wearing short skirt, high heels, fashion clothes. She's a Muslim woman walking by. And he just see her, and which means he is staring at her in a sexual way. The chapter name is Recommendation to the one who sees a woman and is attracted to her. So Muhammad, he saw a woman and he got attracted to her. And that what Muhammad he do? It says here, he should go to his wife or his slave women. And why he don't tell the people there that in Islam we can rape our servants? And why he did not tell the people there that in Islam, if I see one of you, as the women in the pictures, and you made me horny, I will go to my wife. So I can, like, imagine you, and though I go to my wife. I'm a good guy. I will go to my wife, not to you. But I can stare at you in a sexual way. And then Muhammad, he went to his wife, even though she was doing leather tanning. And this is telling us what kind of a nature of a human being he is. He jumped on her and he have intercourse with her. In case you do not know how leather tanning is done, they have to boil the liquid, add in the colors, put in the clothing, take it off, dry it, put it back. It's a lot of sweating work, very hard work. And Muhammad did not say to himself, shame on me. I mean, come on, she is busy. Don't you see what she is doing? Muhammad, he jumped on her. And then Muhammad came back to his companion, which means he was with his companion when the women appeared in front of him in the street. So he was sitting in front of his house or his friends' companions. And when he saw the women, he got so horny and he left his companion. Now he went to his wife. He did what he did with her. And now he is coming back to his companion and he is telling them what happened exactly to him. He said, the women advanced and retires in the shape of a devil. So when one of you sees a woman, you should come to his wife, for that will reveal what he feels in his heart. In his heart, not his private part. This is a heart thing. This is love. And the Muslim, they will never quote for those Christians what Muhammad said. And as you see, this is a very authentic hadith. They mention to them that the Prophet, he says, your mother, your mother, your mother. But he will not say to them, your mother is the devil. I just posted a video, shorter from this video, in TikTok. If you are there, you can share it, if you care. And I said, which one of us will be proud, will be brave, to print this statement? And I challenge the Muslims to print this statement and put it in a t-shirt. I want to see people printing this in a t-shirt. Women, they advance and retire in the shape of the devil. People, they will be angry from you. They will say to you, why you are saying that? Then you will say, the Prophet says so. Or maybe you should print a t-shirt, says Prophet Muhammad said. But as you know, when we make videos, we have a couple of thousands of views. When a Muslim, he make a video, he will have hundreds of thousands of views. In fact, we cannot even keep our videos on YouTube because YouTube side with the devil, Muhammad. And the Christians don't care. Most of the Christians, they are coming here to laugh, see how funny the Muhammadan is when they answer, how much they lie. But in reality, 99% maybe of them, they don't even share a video. They don't even dare to post a comment in a video. So the Muslim lies is the one, is the supreme, is the one who will win. Because nobody care. And even the one who care, he don't dare. And we are living in the time where everybody protecting Islam. So everyone will say to him, why I want to put myself in this headache? If I post this now in Facebook, how many of my friends will be upset from me? But I'm not the one who said it. I'm just showing you what Muhammad said. You will see even Christians will harass you. And not only that, the Christians themselves, they will accuse you of hatred. I'm just sharing education. That's what the Prophet said. That's what the Muslims are proud about. You will see how they will be all over you. So we are fighting in two sides, with the lies of Muslims and the ignorance of the Christians. And for sure, the priest is not there. Actually, if you have a priest and they are teaching you, I should not be here. I have no job to do. If we have a real priest who they are really doing the real teaching, so no cult can deceive you, no fake teaching can come to you, I will not be here. I'm not a priest. Muhammad, he made many statements putting the women down. Muhammad, he made it clear that the one, like, if those things happen, you are really messed up. You better go inside the grave and cover yourself if those things happen. Like what? When your leaders are the best of you, the richest, are the most generous among you, and your affair or consult among you, then the surface of the earth is better for you than the belly, which means the belly of the earth. And when your leaders are the worst of you, the richest are the stingest among you, and your affair referred to for women, then the belly of the earth is better for you than the service. So Muhammad, he compared all the evil together with you referring to a woman, like to consult her, what we should do. If you reach that point where you ask a woman what we should do, you better go in the deep of the belly of the beast, of the earth. And the Muslim, they will say to you, well, this is a da'if hadith. So why the guy was quoting a da'if hadith when he said that the mother or the heaven is under the feet of the mother? This is a Muslim website. It says here, how authentic is this hadith that the heaven is under the feet of the mothers? The answer, it's da'if. It's weak. So when a Christian prince, he quote a weak hadith, and the weak hadith is against their belief, or let us say, sorry, their propaganda, Christian prince, see, he's quoting weak hadith. But paradise under the feet of your mother is a weak hadith. It's okay, we quote it. No problem. And this is telling you how liars they are. In different hadith, Muhammad, he said, a nation will not be successful. They will never be successful if their leader is a woman. Muhammad, he heard the news that the king of Persia, he died. And his daughter, she became the ruler. She became the queen. And you see how Islam was the one who freed the women, who gave the women rights. This is Iran before Islam. And go and look at Iran today, after Islam. This is Iran before Islam. No man is having objection that a woman, she can be a ruler, not a minister, not a judge, a ruler, the queen, the only ruler, the dictator, let us say, because this is what queen or a king mean. He have the solo authority. Right away, as Muhammad, he heard the news that the woman, she became the ruler, Muhammad, he made a clear statement that a nation who make their ruler a woman, this nation will never be successful. And for sure, this is a very stupid statement, because we knew how many women, the nations, their nations, they flourish when they were leaders and they were ruling. Not only in the previous, in the ancient time, but even today. But Muhammad and no Muhammadan, they will not say that in the mosque meeting, bringing some Christian student, as the video says, Christian student. They will not say to them any of those statements, because those statements will make Islam look bad. And we are here to bring you, to fool you, to make you believe that Islam is a good religion. I saw an article explaining why the Prophet, he says, women, they have a brain. And the Muslims doing their best to explain, yes, this is true. Women have half a brain. If we go in the Quran, we will see what is a match in this statement from Muhammad, that women have half a brain, where two men are witnesses, and if there's no two men, then one man and two women, because two women equal to one. And this is only in the case of borrowing money, which means a woman, she cannot be a witness in a capital punishment like theft, fornication, killing, anything serious. And later the Muslim, they add that the Muslim woman, she can be a witness in the case of giving birth, because she is the only one is allowed to be in the room with a female when she is giving birth, like just to witness that this is her kid. Yes, I saw that. So this was addition. It's not Muhammad saying that, but because of the necessity, they allow the women to be a witness for giving birth. Muhammad, he claimed that women, they have deficiency in their intelligence, and they have deficiency in their religion. Do you think this guy in the video, he will explain to those naive Christians, and he will mention to them what we are reading now? He knew that those things will make an outrage reaction from those poor Christians. You know, they invite them. They sit there. Nobody opened his mouth. Nobody really have any knowledge. Nobody, actually, a Muslim, he invited you to the mosque, and you decide to go. Shouldn't you go and study first Islam before you go? Shouldn't we open and read some books? Shouldn't we do some serious research? All those people there, not a single one of them, he uses a brain. Those are the victims of your priest. And look how evil some people are. They are even bringing their kid with them. A kid. Do you see that kid there? She's maybe 10 years old. So all those people, they did not take a second. They have smartphones, they have computers, they have internet, but none of them said to himself, let us see what Muhammad says about women. And you know what? Whatever we see, we are going to check it out. Which means, if we find a video from someone, his name is a Christian prince, we will not believe him. We are going to examine it. If a Christian prince, he says, women in Islam, according to Islam, they have half a brain, well, we will go and check if this is true. We will go and search for this story. He claims it's true. Maybe it's false. Why Christians today, They are allowing themselves to be victims of deception. So in the beginning we says we have a false priest. And now what we have naive Christians. Nobody want to use his brain. A few years ago we have the ISIS slaving women, killing women. They forgot. That's it. It's gone from the memory. Thousands of videos of slavery, raping women, beheading, burning people alive. Those are Christians, they have no memory. Muhammad, he invaded Christians, he killed Christians, he took their land, he took their churches. Christians today, they have no memory. What are you talking about? It was the crusade, brother. But the crusade, they were defending, they were not attacking. When the first time you heard the crusade came to existence? The crusade came to existence after the Muhammadan, the attack. And they took our land, and this is not their land. Jerusalem is not their land. Nobody speaks even Arabic there. Syria is not their land. Egypt, not their land. Persia is not their land. Iraq is not their land. Algeria is not their land. Morocco is not their land. And they went all the way to Spain, and almost they took half of France, and they took more than 60% of Europe, and they took the Constantinia, and they went all the way to Persia, and then they went to India, and they went to China. And still the Christian, they never heard of that. The Christian, they never heard Islam is peace. And they go to the mosque and nobody open his mouth. Look how Muhammad, he looked down at women. The Prophet says, "O women folk, you should give charity and diligent and be diligent in seeking Allah forgiveness." So the women are guilty already. He said all women, not all. He's not talking to a woman. He's speaking all women, all the women. Seek forgiveness. Okay, what happened now? Why? Because I have seen when Muhammad, he went to heaven, Allah made him see, as you see here between two brackets, in the night of ascension, or yeah, like he went up to heaven, in the highest heaven, that the deliverers of the hell are women. And here you see how funny and how stupid it is. Muhammad, he went to heaven, but he saw people in hell. I mean, do you see stupidity? I went to visit heaven, and I saw people of hell. Are you sure you went to heaven then? And the funny, he speak about women, they have deficiency in their brain. So I went to the vegetarian market and I saw the beef. I mean, you went to heaven and then you saw that the hell is full of women. So the majority of hellfire, the population of hellfire, are women. Why? What is the reasoning? Muhammad is a scientist person. He speaks with the reasoning. He's not like normal people like you and me. He have to give you the reasoning. A woman among them, she said, why is that the majority of dwellers of hell are women? Oh, this woman, by the way, she must be cursed by Muslims at that time. Maybe she got killed. The Prophet said, you curse frequently, and you are ungrateful to your husbands, and in spite of your lacking of wisdom and failing your religion, you are depriving the wisest of the men of their intelligence. Upon that, the women ask again, the same women, what is our deficiency in our wisdom and our religion? The Messenger of Allah, he says, the lack of your wisdom can be judged very well by the fact and the evidence that two women are equal of one man. So Muhammad, he want to prove now to the women she is stupid. He gave her a verse from the Quran which he made. Can you believe the stupidity? He is the one who came with this, and now he says it's the fact. It's a fact. See that? You see the fact? I write a book, and then you say to me, where do you get the proof that women, they have deficiency? And then I say to you, read my book. It's a fact. Do you even see the word fact? The fact. This is a fact, my friend. The fact that evidence that two women are equal to one man. So one man, he have a brain of two women. And this is their deficiency. They are born with it. They have a defect. And we will go back to that to show you how stupid Muhammad is, because now he proved to us that the woman who was speaking is smarter, and she is smart, and he is the one who have a defect. Why? If we ask a Muhammadan, who is the one who made the women? He will say Allah. Okay. Do the women, is she responsible for her defect if she had that defect? Let us assume that the women, they have that defect, that she have half a brain. Is the woman is responsible for that defect, or this is a defect made by Allah? He will say by Allah. Okay. So how, you stupid idiot, you are going to say that the woman, she will go to hell because of a defect which is responsible for it is Allah? Do you see the stupidity? So I make you a defect, and then I'm going to punish you, send you to hell because you have a defect. Who is the one who have deficiency? Is it Muhammad or the women? Do we blame the one, the manufacturer, or we blame the one is made by the manufacturer? Do I blame the phone of Apple, or I blame Apple? Who is the one have deficiency, Muslims? Obviously your prophet. This woman, she asked an embarrassment questions, and he is a fool as usual. If she is made by Allah, as they claim, and Allah made her half a brain, so what's her fault? And why she will be in hell? And you will notice here that Muhammad is connecting all those things together, which mean if a woman, she curse her husband, well, because she have deficiency in her brain. If a woman, she is ungrateful to her husband, well, because she is suffering from deficiency in her brain. And what about a man, he have no appreciation to his wife? Is he suffering from deficiency? No. All women are stupid, all men are smart. For this is a man-made religion. What if the woman, she is good, and the husband is bad? Is the man suffering from deficiency? No. The women only. As you see, the majority of hellfire are women. And then Muhammad, he continue to answer about deficiency of her religion, because now she have two deficiency, one in the brain and one in the religion. And then he said to her, you do not do salat. Okay. For some days, you do not do fast. Because of what? Because of their menstruation. And this is deficiency in religion. Look how stupid he is. He is the one who forbid them from praying and from fasting in those days. And now he is going to send them to hell because he forbid them from practicing prayer. Anyone will start talking about Orthodox, Catholic, Protestant, I will block you immediately. Don't waste my time. We have no time for puppies. Do you see the stupidity? And this is Sahih Muslim. And if you are a Christian who listen to those liars, maybe you think we are lying to you, because these days everything is upside down. The Muslims are telling the truth, and the Christians are liars, even for the Christians. This is the book, and we can show it to you from any other books. All of them, they are Islamic, authentic books. Even here it says Sahih. Sahih means authentic, in case you do not know. What about this one? Sahih. What about this one? Sahih. What about this one? Sahih. This is very authentic, and the Muslims are approving it, and they teach it in their schools. So how come they are not teaching you this when they invited you to their mosque? Are we done? No. Muhammad, he will import bad women. You know the bad women? Women, they are bad. And those women, they will go to hell. But those are very bad women. Because they are bad, they have a special opportunity. If you are a bad woman, according to Muhammad, and you have a nice breast, excuse my language, nice vagina, you are welcome to heaven. The Prophet of Allah, he told us, swearing by Allah, saying, there is no one whom Allah will admit to paradise, but Allah will marry him to 72 wives. And by the way, this is the lowest reward. Some people think that this is the reward of Muslims. All Muslims, they will get the same reward. No, depend. This is the bad Muslim. This is the less than average. 72 wives, 2 from the Houris and 70 from his inheritance from the people of hell. Okay, so women, they will be taken from hell and will be delivered to a Muslim Abdul in heaven. Why? Look at their qualification. All of whom will have desirable front passages and will have a male member that will never become a flaccid. And here you see there is something stupid in the, you know, Muhammad is talking about the women who is coming to you. And then he says, and they have a male member. Very stupid, right? I mean, the Arabic is really stupid here. Because if you are talking about women who have desirable front passages, which is the vagina, the breast, and this is their qualification. They are hookers. They are for sex. That's why they are there. And then right away he jumps and he says, and he will have, in the translation, a male member that will never become flaccid. He who, the Muslim, they will say to you, this is go back to the male who was going to receive the delivery of those females. And here you see again how Muhammad, making them when they are the one who deserve heaven, and heaven is made for men, and women, they are just accessories. They are sex toys. They are made from silicone for the man joy. You want to play, you want to have fun. This is what women are made for. He did not say, I will bring you women, they are desirable because of their brain, because of their dignity, because they are decent, because they are women who pray Allah to Allah. He is inviting women for one reason. They have desirable front passages. And then right away he jumped, not to speak about your qualification as a man. He speak about how Allah will reward you. By the time you receive those women, your penis will become different. Your penis will never go sleep. And this is a statement of a prophet of God who respects women. And now we have to agree. I mean, this is a lot of respect. Most of women, they will go to hell. Then Allah will filter those women. He will bring the one, she have nice boobs, and nice breast, and nice legs, and he filtered them, you know, he washed them, you know, like a manufacturer. And the woman, is not good looking. Well, bad luck's what I can do to you, sorry. You know, you have to be very good looking. If you have nice breast, nice chest, nice ass, nice vagina, you are really the lucky one. You win the lotto. It's a lotto. So Allah will filter from all the women in hell, and those who they are qualified, they will be imported from the hellfire to the heaven of Allah. And who is waiting in the heaven of Allah? A horny man who cannot wait to do boom boom. And this is supposedly what Muslims, they say to us about the Prophet of Allah respecting women. When Muhammad in the Quran, he says that women are not to be witness except in the case of borrowing money. And one woman is not qualified. Even two women are not qualified. Why? Because those two women, they have to be approved by the males who they are in charge. So when you want to borrow money, transaction of money, well, you have to have two witnesses. And those witnesses have to be from your men. But if there is no enough men, you don't have two men, well, one man and two women. So one man at least, which means if we have 1 million women, they witness that I borrow from you money, those 1 million are not approved because women are mentally ill according to Muhammad. At least one man. Otherwise, the contract is not valid. The witnessing, there's no witnesses. So it doesn't matter how many women after the number, as long as there's no one male, then there's no witnesses. And those women, if there's no two men, one man and two of your women, such as you choose, which means you have to approve them. And actually translation is not true, because it doesn't say as you choose, it says mimman tardawn. Tardawn, we mean that the one you accept to be witness. So now we have to filter the women, not just to choose, like, we choose this. We have to, a rida in Arabic, which mean they have a special qualification, made me agree that they are the best, let's say. So two women of those who you choose. And if you go and read the interpretation, you will see women, they cannot be witnessing any case of murder, any case of theft, any case of even adultery. The Quran says 4 of your men, not a single woman. So if there's 4,000 women, they saw a man and a woman having sex, they cannot prove fornication because they are women. In the case of money borrowing only a woman, she can be a witness, and in this case is 2 women equal to 1. And the Quran actually explains why. I mean, the translation here is so long. Let us change the translator. This guy, he made it a newspaper. Let us see a different one to make it shorter. Shorter is better, but it's the same as stupidity too. What happened? Where is the okay? Well, the page flipped, I think. Yeah. Well, it's the same as long one. But anyway, you can take this. Here it says, so if you agree with those women, as I said, if you agree for the witnesses, so that one of them, those women, the 2 women, if one of them she err, the other one she remind her. So Islam assumed that women, they err. Why they err? Because they have half a brain. And here you see that the one who made this statement is a stupid fool. Why? Because if the first one err, what is the guarantee that the second one will not err? Isn't it the second one is a woman too? Do you understand? What is the reason for the first one to err? The reason, she's a woman. It's her gender, right? So if the first one err, the second one will correct her. But I thought all women, they err. Isn't it women, they have defect? So if the problem is their gender, it doesn't matter how many women we add to be witnesses, all of them, they are going to err. I mean, do you see the stupidity? I mean, do you see the donkeys? If we say all rabbits are not smart, then what is the point to say we need two and smart to be witnesses? First rabbit is the same as the second rabbit, and the second rabbit is a rabbit, and the third rabbit is a rabbit. So who is the one who have deficiency? In fact, the translation is false. The translation doesn't say err, it says tadul. Tadil, which means she is deceived. So the nature of women, by nature, they are deceived. So if the first one she deceived, the other one will remind her. So stupid Muhammad, he think that if she is deceived, that's because she have a short memory. Why? Because he's saying the other one remind her. How she is deceived and how I can fix the deceiving by reminding. You know, deceive is a different word from error. So if she is deceived, the other one will remind her. But if the first one deceived, the second one will be deceived too. For all of them, they are women anyway. Women, they don't have the same inheritance as the male. Why? What is the problem? The Muslim men, they will say to you, well, in Islam, the man is in charge of the house. Well, Muhammad was working for Khadija, and she was in charge of the house, and obviously he was eating bread from her pocket. And women are the one who need support more than men. So if a female, her parents die, why she will get less than what the male will get? Who need more support in a society? It's a male society. Women. The male, he can work easy, especially in the old days. At that time, there's no secretary. She cannot work as a nurse. There's no school to work as a teacher. Now, women, they can find jobs. At that time, women, they cannot. The only job they have is to stay home. She's a wife, a daughter. So why in the world I make the man inherit twice more than the female, when the female in such an evil society is the one who need more support? The Muslim, they explain, well, when a man, he get married, he have to spend money to get married. The women, she don't. But what if this woman, she never get married anyway? And what does this have to do with getting married? Isn't she a child and she deserve to be having from the money of her parents? And they try to find all kinds of excuses. But if we go back and we see how the daughter of the Persian king, she inherited the kingdom of her father, you will see how Islam treats women. She inherited the whole kingdom. And those Persian, after Islam, they became what they became today. Women is walking inside a box. If you go to Indonesia and see those poor Indonesian Muslim women, they are wearing the veil and they cannot even breathe in such a country which is extremely hot, extremely humid. How in the world even you can walk with it, how you can handle it, how you can live inside it? They bury the women alive. This is a religion made by the man for the man. And we have tons of verses in the Quran speaking about how women are stupid, how women deserve even to beat them. How far we can go with evil? Well, this is some of it. Chapter 4, verse number 34. If you ask any Muslim cleric about it, he will say, well, the verse doesn't say really beat them. It says like tap your, tap, like tap in their shoulder. This is not beating. And some translation, they say, beat them lightly. And some translation, they say, first, next. But in the Quran, there's no such a thing. There's no first, there's no next, it's up to you. There's no third. And here it says, beat them lightly. And the funny is, the Muslims, they help us to expose their lies by adding the word lightly between two brackets. If Allah, He made the Quran perfect, as the Muslim they claim, can't Allah add the word lightly to make it clear not to beat them harshly? Do you see the stupidity? How many times we heard the Muhammadan saying the Quran is a perfect book and no book like it, and we Arab, we laugh at this stupid book which full of grammar mistake, writing mistake, even the writing, the words is wrong. So beat them lightly, and now we add the word lightly because a stupid Allah, He forgot to add the word lightly. But is it true that the Muslims, they beat their wives lightly? Let us examine it. If you go to the book of Hadith or the website of Muslims, you can go here, type this word in English. I will teach you how to find it easier. Because you don't know Arabic, most of you. Type greener, just a greener, greener than. And you will find the Hadith. This is a man who he divorced his wife. His name is Rifa. The wife in Islam, if she been divorced 3 times because she is a sexual product, she cannot go back to her husband unless a new husband, excuse my language, he F her, literally F her, not marry her, because that's what you will see here in this story. The man, he married her, but she did not let him to F her. And this was the problem. Muhammad, he said to the women, if you think you can go back to your previous husband, you should know that you cannot go back to your previous husband unless Rifa, he F you. The Muslim in their translation, they say, until he had a sexual relationship with you. In fact, it doesn't say that. It says, until he tastes your juice and you taste his juice. And the word juice here, or saylatuki, is orgasm. Orgasm. And I made a video about it and I showed the dictionary. So this woman, she been divorced 3 times. And now she said to herself, I want to go back to my previous husband. She have children from him. You know, she is trying to find a way to get back because Muhammad, he created a very filthy, disgusting rule, adding more misery to the life of a Muslim woman, saying that if a Muslim man, he divorced his wife 3 times, she cannot go back unless she go an if and you husband. The Muslim, they translate that by saying she marry a new husband. But he's a husband, she'll marry a new husband. It says until she if, and this is exactly what happened in this hadith. She marry a new husband, but she did not if the husband, so she is not lawful to go back yet. So if a man, he divorced his wife 3 times, she cannot go back unless she if a new husband. And by the way, if you don't believe me, you can open the interpretation of this verse, chapter 2, verse 230, any Islamic interpretation you wish, especially from the old ones. Don't go like those YouTubers. Those are not even Muslims. Those are just YouTubers. There's like big names, Al-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Jalalain, big names. And the cousin of Muhammad, as an example. So if a husband, he divorced his wife, he cannot remarry her, and this is about divorcing 3 times, unless she go and if a new husband. And here I want to show Christian ladies, Muslim ladies, whatever ladies is listening. This is Aisha, she is witnessing. The beating, the harsh beating of Muslim women. And not only that, she is witnessing the following. She said, I never seen any suffering women as a Muslim woman. Read carefully. I have not seen Aisha, the wife of Muhammad herself, witnessing how much Muslim women they suffer. I have not seen any women suffering as much as a believing woman. This is not a Christian prince saying that against Islam, because Christian prince, he is 100% against Islam. This is not a guy in YouTube. This is Aisha, the wife of Muhammad, the first witness for the life of the Arab Muslim women in the time of Muhammad. And why she said that? She said, look, her skin is greener than her clothing from beating. And then the liars, they say to you, the Prophet, he says, beat them lightly. But nowhere it says that. They add the word lightly to the Quran. And now, after giving you some about the garbage of Muhammad and how he looked at the women, and there's way more, things we can show. How many people will watch this video? How many people will watch the video of the Muslim? 200,000, almost 300,000. How many people will watch my video? How many Christians, they will share this video? How many churches they will ask their children to watch and learn? You know the answer. Go check a video made by a Muslim, how much view he have, and all of it is based on lies. And a view of a Christian person making a video against Islam, and see how much view he have. Because the Christians, they listen to Muslims. They think Muslims are telling the truth. In America, my friend, a dog, he have more protection than a woman in Islam. If you beat a dog in America, you go to jail. Do you know that? If you mistreat a dog, not only don't beat him without beating him, if you don't give him enough food, if, this is your woman. And Aisha, she is witnessing that she is the most miserable person ever. And when she go to heaven, she is a sex toy. And not only that, Muslim women in heaven, they will be jailed for eternity. Jailed for eternity. They cannot leave their tent. They cannot go to the yard. They cannot open a window. They are simply restrained inside their tent. Here the translation is saying pavilions, which is not really true. It says fil khiyam, because Muhammad is a Bedouin, and still he is, you know, imagine his heaven as a Bedouin man. His heaven will have tents. So you go to heaven, and you are now in heaven, and you are a Muslim woman. What you will have? You will be jailed. You are restrained. You cannot even leave your tent for eternity. Not for a month, not for a year, not for a few days, but for eternity. How in the world that can be from God? And here you ask yourself, my friend, if this is from God, so what is from Satan? If this is from God, what is from Satan? And even when Muhammad, he promised you women in the heaven, what he described women to you. We showed you how he promised you women who have desirable front passages. But this is not only in the hadith, which means the statement of Muhammad by teaching, even in the Quran. Muhammad, he described that Allah will give you big breast women. Huge breast. This is your value as a female. You are nothing but a vagina and nothing but a breast for Muhammad and his cult. And not only that, Muhammad, he go farther and he described your vagina in heaven. He want to assure that those men, the Bedouin, who like to own women, they will have a brand new women. 0 mileage. No man, neither a genie, because the Muslim believe that genie can have sex with you. And he described even the skin of your vagina inside. And this is, we are showing you Islamic translation. This is not my translation. Those women who they are jailed, they are restraining in their guns, their tents, upon their husband. Only their husband, they can see them, nobody else, for eternity. Those women, there's no man open their hymens or touch it. And no genie did that too. This is your value as a female in heaven. And now how many women they will share this video with their friends? If I'm a Muslim and I make a video about how beautiful Islam and how Islam, you know, give a privilege to women. Before I forgot, the Muslim, they will say to you, well, do you know that the Arab before Islam, they used to hate to have children who they are females? And even they used to bury them? That is a lie. And as we showed you, Muhammad, he was in a society where his boss was a woman. So how the Arab, they bury their daughters, if they are daughters? That means Arab, they will disappear. If everybody bury his daughter, how we will have a nation? That verse actually is about a person who was killed and he was a victim. And the soul in the day of judgment will be questioned, or she will question why I was killed. The soul in the day of judgment is going to ask the one who killed her, in what guilt, in what reason you kill me? The Muslim, they lie and they say this is about females. And they prove that this is not about females. when they say to you he is she actually is a female word, but this is not about a female. This is go back to the soul. This is why it says here the soul. Do you see it? I mean, even the word there is say in the front of you. So the soul in the day of judgment, they will join, and then that soul who is buried is going to ask, for what reason I was killed? And the Muslim, they lie and they say this is about burying the female alive, which is absolutely a big fat lie. The Quran says that if a Arab man he received news that his wife, she gave birth to a child and she is a female. Allah said to them, why you are upset from having a female child? What is the problem exactly? Chapter 16, verse number 58. And when the news of a birth of a female child is brought to any of them, his face become dark. And here, by the way, it doesn't say dark, it says become black. Black in the Arabic language is always to put black people down, like you became a black, you know, not dark. Okay, so when a person, those Arab, when you tell them that you have a child, she is a female, their face get black. And then you will find that Allah, he get upset because they say to him, you have a female daughters. And this is getting the Muslim busted. Because if the Arab are against females and they look the females down, then how the Arab they believe that females, even they are angels? Females are angels. And Allah here is complaining, saying, so for you, you take sons, and for me, you give me daughters. But we just saw him saying that when a guy, you give him the news that he have a female daughter, he get upset and his face become black. You see the stupidity? He was saying to them, why your face get black when you receive a news that you are having a female daughter? Your wife, she gave birth to a female daughter. And then the stupid Allah, Aka Muhammad, right away he says, like, what the heck? For you, you have sons, and for me, I have a daughter. And not only that, he says, this is unfair division in different verse in the Quran. This is unfair. Allah don't like it. How in the world you take a females as an angel? We just told you angels, women, they are going to go to hell. And then you say to me the females are angels. What's wrong with you? If you go here, chapter 4, verse 117, the pagan leaving him called upon female deity. The Arab, they worship females. So they think they are angels. They think they are goddess, not only angels. And Muhammad saying to them, this is from Shaitan. Allah is a male. God is not a female. We continue. This is again chapter 4, verse number 117. If we continue here, we will see the following. Read this one with me. Has then your Lord, O pagans, preferred for you sons and taken for himself daughters among the angels? So now Allah is, I don't know what the English word for this, like when somebody like he keep like blah 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 blah. He is complaining nonstop. Like, why you do that? You take the sons, I have the daughters. You see, he's not saying I don't either have son, I don't have daughters. You know what? But why you are? His complaining is why your son? Why you are taking the sons for you and giving me the daughters? And then the Muslim, they say to you, the Arab, they hate women before Islam. How they hate women? How they look at them down and they pray to them? They worship them. They think they are angels. They think they are creators. They think they are goddess. In different verse, Muhammad, he went farther, complaining against women. He says, when you do that to me, speaking about the 3 daughters of Allah, for truly did he see the signs of his Lord, the greatest. Have you seen Al-Lat and Al-Uzza? And the third one, the goddess, the Manat? Here you see the stupidity again. If Al-Lat and Al-Uzza are not exist, so how they seen them? And those are goddess. So the Arab, they worship 3 goddess. They believe they are the daughters of Allah. And then what Allah refute them, saying, what? For you, the male, and for him, the female? This is indeed a division most unfair. But isn't this the same stupid God he was saying that the Arab, when you tell them that you have a daughter, their face turn black? The same God. And this is here, we'll end our story for today, that as you see, the Arab, they never look down at the women. In fact, they worship them. In fact, they believe they are angels and goddess. Islam put the women inside the garbage bag. Like those garbage bags, you buy them from, Sam's Club or Costco or Walmart or whatever, You open 2 holes for eyes. And actually, Taliban now, they are asking that we should have only 1 eye open, not 2 eyes. And then Muhammad, he put way more restriction. A woman, she cannot go alone. A woman, she need a guardian. A woman, even she cannot fast without permission of her husband. Can you believe it? Even fasting, she needed permission. If the husband did not approve, the fasting of the wife, she cannot fast. Which means even the women, she don't have really the rights in the religion, even to fast. The Prophet of Allah, he said, it is not lawful for a woman to observe fasting. You see here they are adding optional, there's nothing that says they're optional. That's a lie translation. To observe fasting without the permission of her husband. Do you see it? And this is Al-Bukhari, in case somebody will say to you, well, those are not accepted hadith. Even fasting. If a woman, her husband, he asks her to come to the bed which means to have sex. And she don't feel like it. What is the solution? Allah and his angels will spend the night cursing her. Do you see it? What she did, she don't feel like having sex. Maybe she is tired. Maybe she don't like it. I mean, she's a human being. She is not a sex toy. What if the man, he refused to have sex with his wife? Actually, chapter 4, verse number 34, it says that a man, he can punish his wife and not to have sex with her. And remember, the man, he have 4 wives at least. The woman, she have 1 husband. She cannot like, this guy, they want to sleep with me, I will go to the second guy. She don't have 4 husbands. So if a man, he asked the woman to come to the bed and she refused, the whole sky is busy. The angels are so upset because the penis of His Majesty, the husband, the Muslim husband, did not sleep happy. Even Muhammad, he made it so clear that everything, everyone in heaven will be cursing her. Everyone in heaven. And you see the Muslim here, saying displeased. Displeased, that's false. False translation. It says sakhit, which means extremely angry, not displeased. Until her husband is pleased with her again. What about sucking? What they call the, if you have a pimple in your face, or you have infection and there's something come from it, what they call it? Somebody help me in English. What is the word? Imagine the crazy Muhammad, the man-made religion, says if a woman, she lick that liquid, the pus, if a woman, she licked the pus of her husband, she did not even do enough to him yet. That is not enough. I'm just trying to find the hadith in English. Give me a second. This is how filthy things can go. Let me see if I can find it in English. Because, those websites didn't have everything. No, this one not. Let's see different hadith. No. It is fine, different hadith. You see, I have, in my head, I have tons of, if we don't find one, I will search for the other one. Actually, Muhammad, he ordered even the women, he says, the women, she should bow down. If a woman, she should worship someone after God, it should be her husband. She should bow down to him. Let us see this one. Here we go. We found this one. The Prophet said, if I were to order anyone to prostrate himself before another, I would have order a woman to prostrate herself before her husband. And this is Sahih. And here it says Sahih, which means authentic. Abu Hurairah reported that God's messenger saying, if I were to order anyone to prostrate himself before another, I would order the women to bow down to her husband. And actually, I find it very weird that the rest of the story is not there, because this is the same story or statement where he says the woman, she should lick the infection of her husband. Here he said, Muhammad, if I order someone to bow down to someone, I would order a woman to prostrate herself before her husband. And if we are to order her to convey stones from a yellow mountain to a black one, or from black mountain to a white one, she should do it. Do you see it? Which means even you work as a donkey for him, carrying stones, even if he's doing it with no sense. Because why I want to carry like yellow stones to a black stones mountains? What is that for? I'm just moving them between mountains. Even though, which means even if the order does not make sense, even if the order is not even made for women, you are his slave. There's a hadith I'm trying to find, I remember it now, where it says that if a man, his pus came from his nose, the woman the wife she have to lick it. I cannot find this one here. Let us see. I can, I can find it in Arabic, but I'm trying to find it in English. Let us see. Let us see. I believe once I found it here before. But anyway, we can find it in Arabic and we can use Google translation. Let us see here. Okay. See, what we do is not easy, because I don't prepare for what I go live. I just like mention something, remember something, I look for it, and we have to show it for you on the screen immediately. Let us see. Let us see if we can find this one in English. This one cannot be found. Yeah, for me, I don't like to mention something without showing the reference. So if we give up finding it in English, we are going to show it to you in Arabic. And it's the same anyway, because all of them, they are coming from the Arabic anyway. And you have to, you know, use translation. I could not find this one in here. Let us see another one. Let us see this one. Last try. Same. So let us use this website here. A hadith about the women. Actually, you know what? Let me show you the original book, not just a website, Muslim website. Because Muslim, they might say, where do you get this from? You know? We better find it from with the page number, the value number. So the Abdul, they will not open their mouth and they say, this is not true, this is false, as usual. Here, okay. This is value number 4. The book of Majma'u al-Zawaid wa Manba'u al-Fawaid. Hadith number 355. And actually, this is like the page number, sorry. So it's the value number 4, page number 355. And this is according to the publishing here, which means in the book it might be different. I will share the link with you. Here it says, Hadith number 7638. And I will use Google translation actually. And Muhammad here, he mentioned way more stories, which we can use, that if a man, he asks his wife to bend over so he can F her, even if he was in the top of a camel, she should not say no. Let us see if we can find this one here first in English. I mean, do you see how ugly? If a woman, she been asked by her husband to bend over in the top of a camel, she should not say no, which means even if she's in public. I could not find it in English, so let us use the English translation of Google. Let us do this. Give me a second. Let me share the link with you, so you can guys open the same link and you can use Google from your side, so to be sure that we are not making things up. This is the link, and don't later ask me where we can find it. All right? Don't ask me later where we can find this. As you see, I'm sharing the link with you. Because I know some of you later will say, can you give me the link? The one you mentioned in Arabic? Well, it's in the chat. And if you watch it later, click in it, save it. So let us open here. This is the website we ask you to open. And we will use Google Translation in front of your eyes. And you can do the same from your side, just to be sure that we are not making things up. And as you see, this is islamport.com. This is a very Islamic website. Translate to English. This is the name of the book. And this is the hadith number. Now this page is not really coming clear because for some reason when you zoom, I mean, you know, like the text disappear. Maybe I should find different website. Give me a second. But anyway, you get the hadith. You will see here, and just from my side, as long as you have the link, doesn't matter really. You will see that Muhammad saying that if a man, he asks his wife to have sex and he is in the top of the camel. He is where? He is in the top of the camel. She shall not prevent him herself. And if the husband did not give the wife the right to fast without permission from him, she cannot fast. And if she doesn't do as he say, the angels will be torment her until she return and she make him happy. And then Muhammad, he continue with his mental illness. And this is the one I said about pause. In the authority of etc., 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 said Let us see here. Yeah. This woman, she refused to marry and obeying her father to marry as he said, he ordered her. So Muhammad, he said to her, well, you have to obey your father. Obey your father. Now we go to the one after. The husband right over his wife. If he have ulcer, I think this is the pus, right? This is the infection liquid. The disgusting, smelly, white liquid come from your skin. If he had such a thing, the pus, she had to lick his nostrils. She had to lick his nose. His nose is dripping this liquid. What the wife's duty is? To lick it. And even to lick the blood is coming out. And the pus is coming out. And she have to swallow it. Not lick it and just like, you know, she have to swallow it. Not to spit it. Even if she do so, she did not fulfill the husband his right. Do you see it, people? And then those liars, they say to you, women in Islam is respected. And here Muhammad is speaking about the right of the man. I found actually a better website here, the same book. I will share the link with you. I will make it because the title have Arabic. I mean the top there. If you look at me here, I have always difficulty to share those kind of links because they have Arabic, as you see. You see, so I have to convert them. So let me convert this link, make it shorter without the Arabic, so we can post it in YouTube, and you can save it in your reference, and you can add the title description for what you heard, what you learned. But my friends, do you see how Islam respects the women? Now, if you are a sick person, you would love it. If you are a sick person who like to take advantage of women, treat them like garbage, you will love it. Because this is a religion made by the man for the man. If you are a sicko, if you are mentally ill, you would love it. This is the link I just gave you. This is a better link than the previous one because the website can form differently, you know. Now the website I gave you, it's called Sharia Library, but this is not a Shia book. Just take a note. This is Muslim Sunni book. But don't think that the Shia, they consider the women higher than men. They are the same. And what is the duty of the man after all of this? To feed her. Well, you know, we feed dogs. We feed cats. In the USA, if you don't feed your cat, you go to jail. So the duty of the man to dress her and to feed her, as if she is a cow. In the same way, we find Muhammad even go way more, and he explained why the man, he can beat his wife. He says, because the men, they spend their money on them. Why? Because they spend their money on them. So the reason the man, he can beat the hell of you, because you are considered the same as a hooker, as a whore. Men are protectors and maintainers of women, because Allah had made one of them excel the other. So by nature, the woman is not good, and the man excel. And because they spend from their means to support them. So the man, he earned his right because he is excelled by nature. Allah made him this way. And in the top of that, he spent money on you. As if you are a whore. Muhammad saying, sorry, show me the hadith which isn't obscure and actually followed. Why cannot you do that? What does that mean? What, guys, anyone understand what this guy is saying? I mean, look all the garbage we are showing them, and look what he's asking me for. What is that? And if there is a hadith you want to post, my friend, post it. Let us see, so we can love. Show me a hadith which isn't obscure and actually followed. So you Muslim, you don't follow the preaching for a prophet. You Muslim, you don't follow the hadith no more. You don't follow the Quran no more. You Muslim don't follow that the one who beat his wife, nobody can ask him, question him why he beat his wife. Can you show me what hadith we follow? All of it you follow. Prove me wrong. Do you want me to open Skype for you so you can call me and get me busted? Or you are a hero in the chat? A man will not be questioned. You just remind me of this one, actually. A man should not be questioned why he did beat his wife. Why he should beat his wife. Or why he did beat his wife. Which means, if you live in an Islamic country and you call the police and you tell them, my husband is beating me, they will say to her, you know what? It is not right for us to ask him why he even did beat you. This is his right. And Umar reporting, by the way, what Muhammad said. They will say to you, do you see it says da'if? But we just saw the guy with his name Shabil is posting or copying a hadith which is da'if. So how come you Muslim, you copy a da'if hadith? I cannot. This is your potato was quoting a hadith which is da'if. A hadith which is saying that the heaven is under the feet of your mothers. In the same video. And I showed you that this hadith from a Muslim website is da'if. Do you see the hypocrisy? This is a da'if hadith. But he just quoted. And this is the question. And this is a Muslim website. And this is a fatwa. How true the hadith that paradise is under the feet of your mother? The answer is, it's weak. So Muslim, they quote for you weak hadith because it served their propaganda. And they hide it or they deny it when it doesn't. Do you see the hypocrisy of this religion? Fake cult. Cult is a cult. What you expect? Cult is a cult. Garbage is garbage. Good is good and bad is bad. I did not say it's wrong. I say I accept it. But it's you Muslims. I'm showing you your hypocrisy. Your teacher here is teaching you a hadith. He is teaching the Christian a weak hadith. So when you Muslim, you use the word which is hadith, da'if, you use it to wash your hands from it. And what kind of a prophet he say? That the heaven is under the feet of your mother, but your mother, she will go to hell. If we ask actually the Muslims, what the hadith is saying, what the meaning of that the heaven is under the feet of your mother, they will say to you, well, by being good to them, you go to heaven. What about my mother? Oh, she will go to hell. Isn't it your prophet? He says that the most of people of hell are women. And the reason because they have menstruation and they have a lack of intellect. So the heaven is under the feet of your mother, but your mother will go to hell and you will go to heaven. Do you see the hypocrisy and how dumb it is called? Who is a brave Muslim would like to join me in Skype? Anyone? Because I can open Skype for you, and I want to see some smart, intelligent Muslim who can get me busted. As simple as that. Anyone? Until now, I don't see anyone. Let me open my Skype. Give me a second. We are opening our Skype. And let us see if there is any Muslim would like to join us. Anyone? Who is a Muslim would like to join us live on air? Prove me wrong. And as you see, everything I showed you is from your website, showing the numbers, showing the reference, showing everything you need. Anyone? Only if you are a Muslim you can text me, or text me only if you are a Muslim. If you are not, don't. Who is a Muslim here there? I mean, look at the Muslims. They send me text messages, and you will die laughing at what they say. In Bible and New Testament, you believe that in Paul, you free, you do anything you want, killing, fornication, and any. You are a false liar like your prophet. In fact, the verses about fornication and gambling is taken from Paul. It is Paul who said, the one who do gambling and fornicate like your prophet, and etc., they will not go to heaven. You see how they lie? Do you see how they love to lie? They spread false information about what Paul he said. In the Quran, you have a chapter giving you license for prostitution, not only fornication, and it was your prophet who made fornication legal. He called it muta. Read this and laugh, and we will show you what Paul he said about gambling and fornication, and you people will laugh at you. This is a chapter 24, verse number 33. It says, force not your daughters, your slaves, to do prostitution unless they agree. So if they agree, it's okay. If they agree, it's okay. Can you believe it? And the Muslim, they have the biggest pimp house in history. The Caliphate, they have tens of thousands of sex slaves. They capture them from the Persian, from the Roman, from the Arab, from everybody they invade. And now, is it true that a Christian, he can do all what this guy said in Skype? You are a big fat liar like your prophet. Let us open the Bible and get them busted with no mercy. Liars, liars will end in fire. You can do gambling, you can do fornication, you can do killing, you can do everything. This is in Islam, my friend. This is not in our belief. You are a fraud like your prophet. You are a fraud like your prophet. You know, I never really saw a Muslim, he knew his religion, and yet they school us. This was, I don't blame them, by the way, because this is what they teach him in their schools. I remember once a Muslim, he's a very nice guy, very, very nice guy. He came to me once and he said, I want to ask you, but I'm afraid. I said, afraid from what? He said, you promised me you will not do anything, go crazy, beat me or anything. I said, why I want to do that? I said, the question is really, I mean, I know you for long and I don't believe what I heard. So I said, okay, well, I promise you I will not do anything. He said, the teacher today in the school, he said that a Christian man, when he get married, the priest, he have to sleep with the wife before he take her home. He have to try her. I said, I see. Who is the one who taught you that? He said, the Islamic classroom teacher. Can you believe it? The Islamic classroom teacher teaching the Muslim kids that the Christians, before they take their wives, after they get married in the church, he cannot take her home unless the priest take her first and she spend the night with him. This is what they teach their kids. Evil, liars with no dignity. But why I'm not surprised? I mean, if Muhammad is the biggest scam, which means they believe in a scam, they follow a scam, and they are people of a scam, so why not? If we go and read in the Bible, we will find this. And there is tons of verses anyway, not only this. Let us show you. How embarrassing to be a Muslim, and not only to be a Muslim, in the top of that, you are certified liar. Let me open this. Hold on, give me a second. If you remember when Muhammad, a man came to him and he said to him, I did with this woman everything the man do, except sexual intercourse. The man, Muhammad, he said to him, don't worry about it. This is called al-lamam. Al-lamam. So you can take a married woman to your bedroom. You can touch her. You can kiss her. She can play with your penis. You can play with her vagina. Excuse my language. And that is not a sin in Islam. It's called al-lamam, which means small, tiny things. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. You know? According to this liar, Paul, he taught us that we can do fornication, we can sleep around, we can kill, and we can steal. That's what he said. And for sure, we can show tons of verses, and people will laugh at you. It is you who's trying to copy Paul. And by the way, you're stupid. Your prophet, he said in the Quran that Allah, he said the 3 messengers and they are the messenger of the Messiah. And the third one, according to your interpretation, was Paul. Was what? Paul. Let's go to a different one. Actually, in the Quran, there's no punishment for rape. I mean, this is the only religion, it's called religion, but did not even mention the word rape. Why? Because Muhammad is the biggest rapist. He wouldn't punish himself. This is what the Bible teaches. Your God himself, he asked for mortgage. He was begging for money. And not only that, he claimed that the one who give him money, Allah will double it for him in the heaven. Have you ever heard of a God he begged for money? I heard of people in YouTube asking for donation because they are not gods. But a God, he is asking for donation and he promised you that he will double it many times to you. And actually he says, qardan, a mortgage. And notice my Skype is open, not even one Abdul dare to text me or call me. This text is from yesterday. Who is going to give Allah a mortgage? Godly loan. And Allah will increase your loan. Where? In the heaven. Can't Allah provide Muhammad with all the gold he wants? If he is sent by God. When Jesus, he said, don't worry about tomorrow. Look at the sparrow. Look at the birds. They don't gather food for tomorrow. Muhammad himself, as God told him that we need a loan. We need a mortgage. We need Khadija, the rich woman. Anyway, our videos went longer than what we planned for. I made a short video. And as you see, the Muslims, they don't dare really to answer, to read. And if you are a Muslim and you dare to call me and show me where in the Bible it says you can go kill, you can go do gambling, you can go sleep around, you can do steal, go ahead. We have the 10 Commandments, you potato. And nowhere Paul, actually Paul is extremely conservative Christian. Extremely. Do you see how they lie even to us? I mean, the one who knows what they are talking about. That's nothing new. Nothing new. Any Abdul? While the Quran was praising alcohol, claiming that alcohol is a magic from Allah, it's a sign from Allah, the Bible was saying, don't get drunk with wine, for it has lost, but be full with the Spirit. Nowhere in the Bible teaches us to be drunk. You can drink little as anything. Too much salt will kill you. Too much milk will kill you. Too much sugar will kill you. Too much wine will kill you. Anything you take too much of it is not right. Do we have any Muhammadan? My Skype is open and 0 Abdul. Anyone? I will stop with this. I hope you guys are going to download the video, share it with your friends, and you can make it smaller. You know, you can make like what Allah Prophet says about women licking the butts of the husband. What Allah Prophet said about beating women. So because we cover many things, you can make them shorter, and actually I prefer that shorter is even better. So people, they can, some people don't have time to watch 2 hours video. So make short video, cut it, you know, and make from this video 100 video, who care? And let people watch it and let people learn. And if you have a Christian church, and instead of inviting Muslims to teach them about Islam and lying to your children, I do seminars for free. Now, I used to go and do it in person, but things became expensive, flying, tickets, etc. I am willing to do, as always, my seminars for free. We can do the seminar in private, which means not in public, not in YouTube, if you choose so, or if you choose to make it public, we will make it public. Tell your church, if you have a decent priest, and this is how you know how decent he is, if he is willing to invite me, and as you know, I don't charge for my service. It's for free. I fly overseas for free. I do seminars for free. I pay for my own ticket. Really, seminars are paid by like buying me ticket. Really. Because most of countries I went to, it was poor countries, who they cannot even afford to buy me a sandwich. So if you are, if you think what we do is important, and I believe this is very important, because the target is your children's. As you see, all of those are Christian children's, and they are the victims of Islam lies. And your priests obviously are not doing their job, because if they are doing their job, those children will not be there. Those Christians, they listen and they believe that this guy is saying the truth. Why? Because you have a foolish parents, you have a fake priest, and you have a church that has nothing to do with Jesus. The Church of Christ is the one who teach what Christ he said. Be aware of false teachers. And then you should tell the Christians who are they. And instead of being busy, Catholic attacking Protestant and Protestant attacking Catholic, because both of you became dummy and stupid, I'm talking about your priest, what about exposing the one who is deceiving your children and taking them from Christ? Who cares if you are a Catholic or a Protestant? Isn't you both believe in God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit? Isn't you both believe that Jesus is your Lord? Isn't you both believe that Jesus died on the cross? Isn't you believe, both of you, that Jesus was resurrected? But because the devil, he divided you. And the devil overcome your priest. So you are busy fighting each other. Because the devil, he knew that divide and conquer is the way. Divide and conquer. And each one of you who divide the Christian churches, he is serving the devil. Even if you do not know, he thinks he's a good Christian. That is the truth. We pray to the Lord to unite the Christians and to make those who they are blind, they are inside the box, it's called the church name, to come out of the box and to become true Christians by following Jesus only. Not a school, not a bishop, not he said, she said. We follow only Christ. And if you think you are better than other Christian because you belong to a church, you are just a fool. Jesus said, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. And when they asked Jesus, what is the book? What is the faith? He said, the whole book is to wish to your neighbor what you wish yourself. It's not a philosophy of a bishop. It's not a book written by an author and he have 10 degrees of the Bible. It's to wish to yourself what you wish to others. And for sure to believe that the Messiah is your way and your salvation. Otherwise, all of us, we are sinners. All of us, we commit sin. And the one who say we don't, or we are better, is a liar. Anyone he deny that he's a sinner, he is not even Christian. He is satanic. Please answer, it's a woman friend. What do you mean answer, it's a woman friend? What do you mean? Answer, it's a woman friend. What does that mean? Do you have a Muslim woman, a friend of yours? She is with you in Skype? If this is the case, text me right now and I will call you. And tell me what's your name in Skype so I can check it out. You know, most of people do not know that I have like 10,000 texts in Skype. And I guess each one of them, he thinks that he is the only one. Anyone? Are you the one who called himself a Christian Prince Jr. or something? Are you the same person? I do not need to come to South Africa. You can. If you want me to do a seminar to your church, just to speak to your church, if they welcome me, we can make it even private seminar. I do not need to fly. This way it costs me zero. It costs you zero. And we do not need to wait for 3 months or 6 months or a year to do it. Just set up a time next week, etc. And I will do it. Any Muslim? Last call. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Any Muslim? Well, Eliza is a very filthy person, and we are going to block you. She's a good Muslim. She want to taste my semen, she said. Any Muslim? Climate change? Yeah, climate change. Anyone? Any Muslim, he tried to fix the image of Islam before we go. As you see, Islam ordering your wife to suck your buzz, your nose. The Prophet, he says, if I order her even to bow down to a man, that's not enough. And all of those, the were hadith is proven by you, transmitted by you, printed by you, and it's in your books. Anyone? All right, that's mean the Muslims, they agree that Islam is a silly, stupid cult. And you know, this is my challenge actually. I made a video, I don't know if you guys watch it. It's like less than 2 minutes. Go watch it and share it. Very easy to share. It's like less than 2 minutes. The hadith where Muhammad, he said that women, they come in the image of the devil and they live in the image of the devil. Which one of them he dared to share this hadith by printing it in his t-shirt? Aren't you proud with your Prophet teaching? Be proud and show me how brave you are. Print, the women, she advance in the image of the devil and she retreat in the image of the devil. And then I will say that Muslims really, they are proud about their Prophet. And as you know, this hadith is authentic, very authentic. So you can't play the game of weak and strong. Could you help me to find the part in the Quran where it says you have to pull your wife hair during sex to thank Allah? I never heard of such a thing in the Quran saying you have to pull your wife hair during sex. I don't know what are you talking about. This is not in the Quran. I mean, from all the garbage we just showed you about what the women she suffer from, you come to a conclusion that there is something that says pull her hair during the time you have sex with her? Is it enough the 2 hours garbage I just gave you? This is the only one who will prove to your a friend that Islam is bad? And where do you get this from? Lord have mercy. Be careful. Some Muslims even they spread lies, so the fool of you will repeat them. And then when you repeat them, they challenge you to prove it. And then when you are unable to prove it, they will say, see, he's a liar. There's lies even made by Muslims against Islam. And the purpose is that the dummy of you will carry on the lie. And you go around with it. And then they challenge you to prove your statement. And then when you could not prove it, they will say, see, it's a lie. He's a liar. Never fight a liar by lies. That will make us 2 liars. As an example, now the Russian, they made videos and they post them in Twitter or TikTok or etc., claiming that those are posted by Ukrainian. And then the same Russian who posted the same video, they have the original video which is proving that this is not true. And that will make you believe that the Ukrainians are lying. For those evil people, my friend, war is deception. So don't fall into lies. Before anyone says to you, go check it out and see if it's true. And actually, the reason the Muslims don't dare to call us, do you see how many Muslims in the chat make an objection? But nobody dare to call. Why? Because if they challenge me to prove what I'm saying, I'll prove it. If I say something is not true, they will make a mockery of me. Like this guy, Sheikh Uthman. He told the Christian that there is many Messiah, which is a lie. Islam does not believe in such a thing. So this Christian person, he asked him to give him a proof. Uthman, the potato, he went home. I started searching because now it's embarrassment. He told him I will find it. He came back. And he told him, I found it. What you found? He found that there is many Messiah. And then he started reading for him the reference. And then the guy, Uthman, he did not notice that those Christians, not all of them, they are not Arab. There's Arab Christians who speak Arabic, they read Arabic, they are going to check it out. And they did, and they found that this coward Uthman is copying a note printed 1998, claiming that this is a statement made by the Caliphate Umar. By who? By Caliphate Umar? So the Caliphate Umar was exist 1998. So he said, relax, relax, relax. Are you nervous? Relax. Here, I have it here in my hand. And he have the page. Relax. And now the guy, our friend here, our brother, he go to look for Uthman. He cannot find him. So even they made a video for him saying he's missing.
He's working, unfortunately. Do you believe that multiple messages can be the Messiah according to Islam? No. I'm not going to debate. You don't have knowledge? Not really. Yes, you do. You're already doing dawah.
So when now they learn that this guy is going to check the facts of everything they say, so now they don't want to answer him. In the booth there it says, ask a Muslim. Actually, this is why I made my video. It's called, you know, I was going to make a video. Ask a Muslim. Ask a Muslim. This is what it says. Now he is asking a Muslim. He don't want to answer. He says, we're not here to debate. I'm not asking you. I'm not debating. They will answer only if you are a fool.
Clock have a hand? Oh, wow. You're comparing Allah to a clock. No. I'm asking you, does the clock have a hand? Yeah, sure. So does it have a hand like my hand? No. Thank you. Allah doesn't have a hand like my hand.
So now Allah, he have a hand. Is your hand like my hand? Is the cat like Allah the hand? Do you see the answer? Allah's hand is not like our hand. Who cares?
He's a creator. He has a physical nature, but it's not like ours. Okay. Your teacher is using footnotes and thinking they're hadith. Why is your teacher using footnotes?
The teacher is using footnote.
I'm not debating either. I only ask questions, guys. You know me.
No, but still, like, I don't like to be on camera. Like, most of the brothers you see, Ahmad is the only one on camera. Yeah. So we don't like to go on YouTube and like to talk.
So, okay, so
they have a camera recording everybody, but they don't like to be in camera. Why? Because this guy will use the camera to get them busted.
If someone comes up and I'm just recording just me, it's my voice, just me, recorded on me, not even pointing at you, still no?
It's no point.
I think it's good. It's good for conversation.
I don't think it's good.
Because a lot of people don't have these conversations. They are, it's a lot of, vitriol, a lot of fighting, a lot of bad energy. But if we could be shown that Christians and Muslims could have these conversations without any animosity, it's extremely possible.
It's better for you to talk to Sheikh Uthman because
he's not here.
Has knowledge, right?
He's not here. You guys have knowledge too.
Next week.
You don't have knowledge?
Not really.
Yes, you do. You're already doing dawah. So you can literally tell me why I should become a Muslim. You can tell me that, right? Have you read this one? You tell me? No, I don't. What is that? A brief illustrated guide to understanding Islam. What is it about? I would.
Don't ask us a question. We will give you a brief guidance to Islam. He will not answer. If you are a person who do not know, but this guy now became known for them. If you are a person who do not know, they will start telling about the Prophet, how amazing he is, how wonderful Islam is. Now they don't want a camera. They don't want the questions. And they are not there to debate. And we don't debate.
I'd rather talk to from the horse's mouth. That is how I learned. Asking me, yes.
So don't read it up.
I have you right here.
This is better than me.
Okay, let me ask you this. Why, as a Christian, why should I be a Muslim?
Just give you a book.
No, I'm okay.
Avery, we're not here to debate, bro.
I'm not here to debate either. I'm not here to debate either.
Well, look, Sheikh Uthman's coming next week.
So okay, no problem.
Because you guys are being here.
I'm here all the time.
People that want to learn.
You see, look, I've been here for a long time. Sheikh Uthman has been missing for a few weeks. I've been trying to on Mother's Day, conveniently, Mother's Day.
We don't celebrate that.
But yeah, exactly. But yeah, I know. So, but I do, and so I wasn't able to be here. But I was here 2 weeks in a row, and you didn't show up.
Because we were in Ramadan, and then
Ramadan was over last week, or the week before.
we had Eid, and then the guy has work.
Yeah.
So
on Sundays,
mashallah, he has a very high position in his company, and his own family doesn't see him. We don't get to see him.
but on Sundays, he's here all the
You
time.
guys are not really.
Yes, he is. He never fails. He's here every Sunday.
For work.
He's not out the country. Is he out the country today?
Unless he has a teleporter like Star Trek or something.
We need to build that. That's what we need, man. Because look, guys, I think it's important that we do a follow-up on the source that he brought.
So when he comes,
You can talk to him.
I want to know what you guys think about it.
Yeah, I mean, when he comes, you can talk to him, and we cannot find him to talk to him because now he's running away from the lies he did. Quoting a notebook claiming that this is from the Caliphate. A notebook printed 1998. Unbelievable. What a fraud. Do we have any Muslim before we go? Any Muslim? Your sheikh is missing. As you see, they don't dare to call me. They don't even dare to speak to those who learn from me. Where is your sheikh? Anyone? Where is your sheikh? Any Muslim? Where is your sheikh? The shaky sheikh. The sheikh who has no answer.
Hey guys, look, something's really been bothering me. Since we've debated Sheikh Uthman, we haven't been able to find him anywhere. Like, he just disappeared off the face of the earth. Where are you, Sheikh Uthman? Where have you been? Where are you, Sheikh Uthman? Where have you been?
Sheikh Uthman!
Where are you, Sheikh Uthman? Where have you been?
I come here every week to Uthman's turf. Now it's my turf. Now it's our turf. It's not his anymore. He's been running for weeks. We have a sheikh missing. He's been running for weeks.
Where are you, Sheikh Uthman?
He's been running for weeks. Where are you, Sheikh Uthman? He's been running for weeks. I've been looking all over for you, man. Put his pictures on every milk carton. He's been running for weeks. We have a sheikh missing. Missing sheikh.
Where are you, Sheikh Uthman?
We have a sheikh missing. He's been running for weeks. Call, dial this number. We have a sheikh. 818. Find your sheikh. We have a sheikh missing. We have a sheikh. Yeah, man, I don't know where they at, man. Where they going? 818, find your sheikh. We have a sheikh missing. 818, find your sheikh. Spread the number around. Spread the slogan around, y'all. 818, find your sheikh. We're going to start this movement, and we are going to find this man. We have a sheikh missing. We have a sheikh. 818, find your sheikh. We're going to find him.
My bad. I just want to tell you, Sheikh Uthman is not the debate this guy. I just want to let you know, inshallah.
No, I understand, I know.
Yeah.
But since our Sheikh says you cannot debate them, but I can give my number. We can talk to you, not in here, because that's what Sheikh Uthman said.
Yeah,
We have a sheikh missing.
my bad.
818, find your sheikh. That's the hotline. Look for him. Everybody hashtag it, everybody share it, make a community post. Do it. We have a sheikh missing. There's the narration in the top highlight, and the footnote on the bottom blue highlight. It's a footnote. This is a footnote.
My bad.
The whole paragraph is a footnote. We have
And guess what? I brought this paper.
Hello. My bad. My bad.
My bad. I should have said, hey, relax, relax.
Oh, you look nervous, bro. Relax, man.
No, you look nervous. This is our turn. We're here.
Relax, relax. And this is why this coward potato, he don't dare even to get close to me. And he was calling me princess, trying to bully me. Now you know why he don't dare. He saw this young brother. He is American. He don't speak Arabic. Perfect target. This perfect target, it made it so hard. He said something, and then the guy, he checked. He said, okay, let's do a fact check. You said there's many Messiah in Islam. Show me. I challenge you. Sheikh Uthmani, what he would do now in the video. So he went home and he started looking. Muslim books by hundreds of thousands. He could not find one reference. He found a note. It's not even about many Messiah. It was a typo. And it does not even say the word Messiah. Sharia as-Samha became the Sharia Messiah. What the heck? Which is showing us that he don't know Arabic really. Which is showing us that his master degree in Hadith is a fraud. Which shows us that he is stupid too, because don't you know that it's possible that those guys will go and check? This is an act of a stupid man. Don't you know that they might go and check it out? What if they go and check it out? Anyway, they did. They did. And if we ask any Muslim, every single Muslim, and actually if you are a Christian one day, and you have a camera, if you do YouTube, etc., ask the Muslim, do you believe there's many Messiah? He will say no. No. So what this guy is saying, he made a big poo-poo, and he do not know how to cover it up. The smell is so strong, the poo-poo is so big, and we are waiting for him for the coming century to find that the Islam teach there's many Messiah. And you remember, this guy, he claimed that he have a master degree in Hadith, which means he spent his life studying Hadith. So how come he cannot find it? How come you mention something? Like, I mentioned something live on air. I don't even prepare for it. I take, maybe a maximum 2 minutes to find the hadith. And if not, I could not find it now, I say tomorrow, and then you come tomorrow and I will show it to you. This is I'm not even a Muslim. I'm not a sheikh. And if something is true, I say right away it's not true. Like the guy, he says to me, there's a verse in the Quran says you can pull the woman hair. I never heard of this. If you know it, teach me. For me, I don't remember ever heard anything saying like this in the Quran. But maybe I'm mistaken. Teach me. I don't mind if people teach me. Here's a Muslim. Look what the Muslims are busy with. They are not busy with their prophet is a child molester, or a prophet is a thief accused by stealing underwear. He is asking, why is your God 3 in 1? Why not 5? Hey, Abdul, this is the good question. But now you will cry when I answer you. As long as you are a person who says why, that means we can say why too. Can we? Why your God is 1, not a 3? I mean, stupidity is beyond imagination. As long as you are asking, questioning God, how he can be and what he can be, then we can question your God too. Why? Why your God is 1, not 1 and 3? He's a God. He's God. Are you going to design God as you wish? You yourself, you follow this God and you accept that he is 1 because he said he's 1. If he says he's 10, you accept. As an example, Allah, he says he have a foot. Do you discuss with Allah why you have a foot? Why? Why Allah you have 1 foot? What happened to the other foot? You lost it in Afghanistan? Why you don't ask yourself the questions? A person who questioned the nature of God, then he should question the nature of God. Why your God is one God, yet he have two hands and both of them in the right side? How one God, he have no spirit, which means he's dead, is a concrete. How God is one, yet he says, I will take a partner from ourselves. Why? Why God is 3 and 1? Well, God, he said, I am 3 and 1. You want to redesign him? Why we have one son? Why not 2? Hold on. The Quran answered that. According to your stupid God, there is 2 east and there is 2 west because there is 2 sons. Is that true? This is your silly God explaining the sun in the winter and the sun in the summer. So Allah, he thinks there's 2 sons. How come you don't ask your God, how in the world, you idiot, you teach us that there is 2 sons? Let us see this verse here. Chapter 43, verse number 38. I wish I'm far away as far as the 2 east and the 2 west, where we can find those. This is the God who is one God. You think there's 2 east, 2 west? What about this one? Allah, he claimed that he is the Lord of the 2 east and the 2 west. How he became their Lord? Is that a location? Where we can find the 2 east? Huh? What do you think? Any Abdul? My friend, wise man, we saw it, we saw it. We saw it. There's no need to repeat 1,000 times. 2 east, 2 west is literally device. Even Christians use it. Show me where the Christian they use it. So there's no 2 east, there's no 2 west. So how Allah is Lord the 2 east and the west? If there is no such a thing. Okay, I will go with you. Who can explain the Quran better than Muhammad? Nobody, right? Who can explain the Quran better than Muhammad? You? Muhammad. Where the sun goes every day. So you are worried about the God if he is 1, yet he is a 3 in the same time, and how that can be? Well, he is almighty. You cannot tell him what to be, what not to be. He designed you, he made you. It's not you who want to made him. Look what your prophet said. And this is approved hadith. Even Fufu, he said this is Sahih. Yes, yes, apostate prophet. The prophet, he got you busted with this one. Yes, this is a Sahih hadith. And and not only that, he refuted you there. So let us see what it says. Are you ready? Your prophet is the only one who knows where the sun goes. According to your prophet, every day the sun goes from the east to the west. So how come you are not busy with understanding the astronomy of your prophet, who he claimed that the sun is moving from the east to the west every day? But you are busy with how the Christian, they believe God is 1, yet he is a 3. Are you there? Is that a Sahih hadith? This is Al-Bukhari. And even your Muslim friends in YouTube, those who hate me to death, they agree. This is Sahih. There's a video called Annihilation to Apostate Prophet. Go and see, and the Mimi and the Fufu and the Dudu saying this is Sahih Hadith. So what you will do now? How this person who do not know even where the sun goes, he can tell you who is God? What do you think? How he is the person who can teach you about God, yet he do not know where the sun goes? Something very simple. I mean, isn't he speaking from... Because look, he is not saying, according to me, they said to him, Allah and his apostle knows best. And yeah, I mean, everything in Islam is a 3 times. Perfection, obviously 3. When they do ablution, their nose, their ears, their everything 3 times. Even when they do takbir, even when they pray, even when, I mean, everything. Mary, she fasted 3 days. Zechariah, he was muted 3 days. If you divorce your wife 3 times, and they talk about 3. And the names of Allah, in the name of Allah, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. And by the way, why if you divorce your wife 3 times, she can't come back to you unless somebody else sleep with her? Is that involved with the Trinity too? How you can worship a man used to be a baby and wear a diaper? Well, you have to show me that he wear a diaper. However, so how you worship God, he said, that the one who is wearing a diaper is holy. Are you saying that your stupid God is a stupid? Come on, man. What kind of God he says? Jesus is a holy gift of God. You said he came with diaper. Are you there, Abdul? Is it true in the Quran it says that Jesus is the Holy Son? So how he have a diaper? You are making fun of Jesus, supposedly. And yet your God call him holy. Your God must be having a diaper brain. Because how he mixed between holiness and diaper? I'm using your logic. Read and laugh. This is your God speaking about the Messiah. And, you know, we will laugh now. And what you will say, I don't accept that. Huh? And look like your God Allah. Not only that he chose Jesus to be in the diaper, he chose to be the word of God in diaper. Is that your Quran? Saying that Jesus is the word of God? So the word of God came to us in a diaper? Is that your religion? And look, the Muslim, they add the word be and they add things to cover up the stupidity of Muhammad. How Jesus is the word of God, yet he's in the diaper? I want to know. I want to investigate. Either you Muslims are lying to us, or you are telling the truth. If Jesus came in a diaper, that means he cannot be the word of God. And he cannot be even the Spirit of God. If you don't like this translation, by the way, we can use any translation you want. If we go to chapter 19, verse number 19, we will see the Quran saying that Jesus is the Holy Son. Things is getting more horrible. So according to you, Jesus in the diaper, he don't fit. According to Allah, he's a Holy Son. Is that a holy? What make him holy? That because he was in a diaper? According to you? See how silly, stupid you are? And why Jesus, the one in a diaper, he is in heaven and your prophet is in the grave? Do you think the diaper of Muhammad was bad? That's why, and smells so bad, so this is why Allah did not take him to him? Like Allah, he smelled Jesus. Oh, he smells so good, I will take him. He smelled Muhammad. Yuck, you stay here. Can you tell me why Allah, he chose to take Jesus to heaven, but he did not take Muhammad? Either he have to be a person who have a very bad diaper and the smell is so bad, or you have to give me an answer. Look what this guy is saying. All a Christian that even stand slide in this guy way of destroying Islam is not follower of Christ. Why? Be careful. Hold on. Your Highness. I mean, your name is Your Highness. Do you like to text me in Skype so I can hear your opinion? Why what I am doing is wrong? And let me show everybody what you said. You see here, we don't oppress comment of people who oppose us. We use it for our benefit. Look what will happen now. All a Christian that even stand slide in this guy way of destroying Islam is not follower of Christ. You're just stupid. You just admitted that I'm destroying Islam. Who care about the way? You just admitted that you are a potato and I am the one who can destroy Islam. So how I'm wrong and I'm destroying Islam? I will make your idea more clear. I have a poison to kill rats. And you are saying to them, don't use his poison which kill rats because this is not the correct way. Who care about the way? They care about the result. So you are here complaining, but yet you approve what I do because you are a fool. And the rat here is the poisoning of, the poison, and the rat present for us false teaching. So look what happened. Be careful. Christians of even slide standing on this man way of destroying Islam. You repeat the same thing again and again. So I can destroy Islam and you cannot. You are a potato. Any Abdul? What, he don't mean to say what he said? I mean, he said that this is not a Christian way. Right? Be careful, Sahih. Be careful, guys, in your comment. The Muhammadan, they will use it against us. So, listen, Abdul. They want to make any excuse to take our videos down, as you know. I destroy Islam and no Muslim can debate me. Why that is hurting your feeling, Mr. Your Highness? What is your problem? He don't stand your way? I don't know, what does that mean? Okay, so no, look what he said. Let us open the interpretation of Ibn Kathir to understand what he is saying. All a Christian that even stands slightly in this guy way of destroying Islam is not followers of Christ. Oh, he mean the opposite, you mean? Oh, this is mean my English is bad? Okay, maybe I got you wrong. I apologize. As you know, English is my 711 language. Stand slightly. I was looking, what is stand slightly? Or maybe he is not actually speaking against me. Oh, okay. Misunderstood. Well, I always learn how to misunderstood comment in English, you know? Like, I remember when I was in the school and I met the first girl in the school and I came to the classroom and the teacher, he said to me, I just came to the classroom, I'm the first day. He said to me, here we have a groups, so you have to join a group. And I said, okay. And I was sitting just next to a girl. So the teacher, he just finished teaching and I said to her, can I be with you? She looked at me and she said, I'm lesbian. I said, oh, okay, nice to meet you. Second day, I saw her in the cafeteria in the morning. So from far away, I say, hey, lesbian, how are you? Like now I have a friend in the school. This is the only friend I met since yesterday. Hey, lesbian, how are you doing? She came to me in the speed of light. She said, what you are saying? Why you are screaming like this? I said, what? She said, why you are calling me lesbian? I said, yesterday, Introduce yourself to me. And you said, by the way, I'm lesbian. And I told you, by the way, I am, etc. So what's the problem? She said, lesbian is not my name. I said, so why you? She said, you told me you want to be with me. I told you I'm lesbian. I said, yeah, I told you I want to be with you. The teacher, he said, I need to join a group. Didn't he say that in front of you? Just 2 minutes before he leave? He said to me, by the way, you need to join a group after he finished the class. And right away, I said to you, I want to be with you. So I apologize for your comment, misunderstanding. Forgive me, please. By the way, she is lesbian. And why she get upset? I mean, if lesbian is not, no comment, no comment. Oh, I mean, how silly. I'm saying to you, I want to be in your group. And the teacher, he just said, you need to join a group, the study group. So I said to you right away, and if the teacher, he just finished saying the sentence. I said, can I be with you? I don't know anyone in the class yet. You know? God logic is speaking to Uthman. Is he alive, you mean now? That's good. Later we will play the recording then, so just for fun. Okay, hold on. Let me see what's happening there. Oh, he is live. Oh, okay. But I see that the broadcast is not coming through. We have difficulty with the streaming. Yeah, but the streaming is not coming through. Anyway, maybe later we can play if he recorded. Do we have any Abdul want to say anything? Yeah, it's okay. I'm sure that Your Highness will forgive me. You know, we are Arab and we are very polite people, you know. I mean, like I know from my grandfather that when we invade the other people and we kill them all, after we kill them, we take their women and their children, we apologize, you know, very polite. So like, you know, and then, hey, by the way, sorry, okay? It's like tradition, very polite. It's like it's in our blood, you know. We cannot, you know, we cannot stop it from doing it, you know, like it's, we have a noble blood, by the way, you know? Yeah. Like, why the Prophet, he killed the Christians? He trying to save them from hell. Which one is better for you? Okay. Why he raped their women? Well, they give them the honor to sleep with the Prophet. Oh, okay. That makes sense. All right. And why he took their gold and silver? What you will do with it? You are dead anyway. Oh, I never thought about it. You are right. I mean, at least the Prophet, he will use it to kill more people. And why Sheikh Uthman is quoting the note? Khalas, khalas, my bad, khalas. All right, Your Highness. So sorry. Well, because always I receive, you know, negative comments about how I do things, you know. I did not understand the word you said. As you know, in my English is very... By the way, I used to teach in Oxford University, but they told me you can teach only when the school is in vacation. And the reason for that, they don't have enough room for me. you know, because my classes was very big. So when I saw you saying this, stand slightly, I have no idea what does that mean. I thought all a Christian, they don't stand slightly. I mean, this is really weird. Do you think it's my English the problem or your English? Until now, I'm not convinced that because of my English. I think you need to go to school again, my friend, and join my classroom in Stanford University, which is in Oxford, you know, next to Brazil. You all a Christian that even, I mean, why you put even there? Even that is more horrible. So even stand slightly in this guy. You call me guy? No, in this guys. This guys. I mean, oh man, this guy. I think I am many. This guy's way of destroying Islam. By the way, sometimes I feel like I'm too many. You know, like I'm like Muhammad. You remember when the video of the sheikh, he was explaining how he will go to heaven, and then you arrive to your castle, and then in your castle there is 4 doors, and then the sheikh, he explained, he says you will enter from one door. I mean, isn't it obvious you will enter from one door? Can you enter from the 4th door at the same time? Unbelievable. You live in Oxford? No wonder your English is messed up. You were one of my students. You know, I went to English class, and we have 2 Turkish girls in the classroom. And that means all of us, we are foreigners, obviously. I mean, who is going to take English class except foreigners, right? So there's 2 Turkish girls. They don't show up every day. But when those 2 girls, they show up, our classroom usually is like 10 people, 15 people, maximum, you know, maximum maybe 16. When the 2 Turkish girls in the class, our class is like 30. They wear a short, is shorter than Allah. The t-shirt is thinner than the Quran. You do not need glasses to see through, as Muhammad, he promised you about the virgins. And I assure you for sure, they are far away from virginity. They come to the classroom, the teacher, he sweat. The student, nobody looking at the teacher. The classroom is a chaos. You know, nobody, they can't even stop talking. They leave the classroom is empty. And then the boys, one after one, they come to them. So you are from Turkey, huh? If you need anything, listen, no, anything. Okay, this is my phone number. Please, if you need anything, okay? By the way, I have a car, okay? And then the other guy, I mean, one after one. And the teacher, who is really good teacher, you know, he's like polite. He said, hey, come on. Please stop doing what you are doing. And he was looking at their legs. I mean, even the teacher. And I was saying to myself, Aman, Rabbi, Aman. And the funny, Muhammad, he says that women have half a brain. Well, all those men, they lost their brain for 2 legs, 4 legs. They lost their brain. All those men, they lost their brain for 2 women wearing short. But I have to be honest with you, it was really a really short. How in the world even they allowed them to enter the school? And guess what? They passed the exam without taking a test. We don't see them, you know? We don't see them. And at the end of the, like in the, you know, the course, their name is there. I mean, they come once a while. They don't even speak good English. And they pass. And they have good grade. Unbelievable. Like me, I put my hand up. He says, what's up? What's up? They put their hand up. Yes, honey. How I can help you? Yes, miss. Go ahead. Go ahead. The teacher suddenly is so nice and so polite. Yeah. I didn't understand your question. Can you say it again? And like he get closer to them because he's trying to listen, not to look at their bra, which does not exist. what you exactly said? And he's like focusing now, you know. He get close with his head down, and the teacher was really, really, really a true believer of Allah. Anyway. And they say to you, and Muhammad, he says to you, women are half a brain. Look what happened to Muhammad himself when he saw a woman. She is not even wearing a short. You remember? We just made a video about it. He saw a woman. She is not wearing a short. She is a Muslim. She is wearing a burqa. And what happened to him? Boing, 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 boing. His private part started flying in the sky. And then he could not hold himself. So he went to his wife. His wife, she is doing leather tanning. He pushed her. Honey, I am busy. Look, I'm dirty, sweating. Let me at least take a shower. Get out of here. What shower? What for? Hello? You know, he just saw a woman. So imagine if the Prophet of Allah was the teacher. And those two Turkish females, they are wearing short bikini. I can't describe it better than short bikini. And not only that, even the short, which is so short, have holes in it. That is even making it more. There's holes in it. Yeah, and the pocket, there's no pocket. There's little pocket coming out, you know, like, I mean, they can't even put the pocket inside. I don't know why, you know. So the pocket are coming out. There's holes close to their private part. And the short is extremely short. Enough description. So the Prophet, he saw a woman walking by and she is not wearing a short, and this is what happened to him. What if the Prophet was a teacher? And me, the poor me, nobody asked me, how can I help you? If you need anything, anything. I asked the same guy who have a car. I said, as long as you have a car, can, you know, like, are you going in your way here? It's getting late. And if you are going in the same direction, I can go with you. He did not even answer. You know, like he turned his back and he kept going. But to the girl, he said, if you need anything, anything, okay? By the way, I have a car. Yeah. Change the topic. You close your ears. My friends, you are doing the wrong thing. You have to close your eyes. All right. Do we have any Abdul? Any Abdul? Yeah, well, there is a hole in the narrative, and there is holes in the pant, and there is a hole. And remember, Muhammad, he is expert with those things. He is the only prophet who was accused of stealing underwear. And yet this Abdul, he is busy about the Trinity. How in the world you are a prophet and you have your companions, and those companions accuse their prophet of stealing? Imagine, God forbid, God forgive me for saying that one of the disciples of Jesus accused Jesus that he stole a piece of clothing. What kind of disciple they are? You see what kind of, you know, the person in the Middle East, we say, tell me who is your friend, I will tell you who you are. As simple as that. So like when you see a person walking the street, and he is walking with a bunch of guys. If you do not know him, you know his guys, the friends with him, then you can judge right away. Because if he's not like them, he will not walk with them. So if there are people who do drugs or, you know, they do crimes or theft or whatever, then he is the same. If there are people of education, you know, nice people, etc., then he will be the same. Tell me who's your friends, I will tell you who are. So those are the more close people to Muhammad, accusing the Prophet that he is a thief. And look at the false translation. No prophet could ever be false his trust in any person. This is really what the verse is saying. Let us change the translator. This is Yusuf Ali. Let us see Hilali and Khan. Trust? What trust? what those people are talking about. It's not for any prophet to take illegally part of the booty. You see, guys, in the other translation, it's not for a prophet to trust. What to trust? Here, it's not for any prophet to take illegally the part of the booty, which means even what they are fighting over, it's a theft. The booty is a theft. They attack travelers in the street. They take off their clothes. They take off their panties. They take off their underwear. Even Muhammad, he take the sandals of the guy after he killed him. And now after they killed the guy, or the guys, they are fighting over the booty. And one of the Muslims, he saw a red underwear is missing. So he said, properly, the Prophet, he took it because obviously he have a habit. And the proof actually that the Prophet, he did, right? Yeah, Judas, you know, but Judas did not accuse Jesus of a theft. Right? Even Judas is the bad one, supposedly. Judas himself, he killed himself. He was trying to redeem, let us say. So we cannot compare this. So here, the Prophet, he took the underwear, and now he made a verse saying, it is not me. Who is saying that? Allah. But look what happened. If Allah is the one who is making this verse, shouldn't Allah say who took it? Remember, Allah is the one who knows the unseen. So it doesn't make sense. You tell them it's not Muhammad who did it, but you cannot tell them who did it. It's going to be really good if Allah is God. Tell them, go to this guy, go to Christian Prince's bedroom, open his third drawer, and then you will find the panty of Prophet Muhammad. Very easy. Is it easy? Allah, come on, Allah, He knows the unseen. So Allah, He did not tell us who took it. He just tell us Muhammad did not take it. Which means He's confirming that Muhammad is the one who took it. This is a confirmation, actually, that Muhammad is the one who took it. Because if it's not Muhammad, then who? Why you don't tell us? Why do why you let the one behind the accusation to let free? Shouldn't he be punished? A person who is in the group of the Prophet accusing the Prophet, this person should be punished. Or he is causing the accusation. If Allah is God, He should say, I mean, look, listen here. This is not Allah who have a bad English like my English. Hey, Highness, are you angry from me? Your Highness? I mean, look at your name. Your name is Your Highness. I'm a Christian Prince. So both are from the same family, my friend. Come on, let it go. Khalas, my bad. Yeah, I look at the God Logic, but his channel is not, the live broadcast is not working. So maybe it's better to play the recording. Okay, I see now it's working. Maybe let's see.
Say I'm sorry. Don't say "Khalas, my bad," but say I apologize. I have a responsibility for truth, and therefore I was wrong for quoting this. And then let's move on in the conversation. That's what you need to do. You have the responsibility of that. Now, when it comes to what you just brought, this is hilarious to me. You brought Quran verses. Chapter 3 is the first one you quoted. Is that correct? Or chapter 5? Which one did you quote? Surah Al-Ma'idah. All right, chapter 5. So you quoted chapter 5, which says that the Messiah, Jesus, the son of Mary, nothing but a messenger, right? That's what you quoted, correct? Right. Can you put up the verse? Let's look at that.
What an embarrassment.
Why?
It's forced him to say sorry.
I'm what? Najis.
You're not in a, yeah, sorry.
What is a najis? What is that?
Najis, you haven't made ghusl, you haven't done.
What is a najis? What does that mean?
Najis is you're not in a state of purity. Only people in
So you're calling me dirty?
It's actually filthy, dirty.
Filthy,
Yeah.
You're calling me filthy?
Yeah, you don't know kafara najis.
I love it.
Good.
True colors is coming out.
True colors always been
True
out.
colors is coming out. Okay.
Man, we was
So
friends too.
He says that.
You're not najis.
No problem.
You're saying that this tells you what the Messiah is. Sure. No, it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't. All it did was describe to you Jesus, what Jesus is. It doesn't tell you that the Messiah is only supposed to be a Messiah.
The Messiah.
The Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary.
Exactly.
So it's identifying who the Messiah is, and then says that this person, Jesus, is nothing but a messenger. It's almost like, I'm not done yet. I'll give you a turn. Relax. Don't be nervous.
Relax.
Okay, then just chill. All right, so now it's almost like me saying this. If I say the king, Jerome, is a black man, does that mean that I'm describing the title the king, or am I describing Jerome, who happens to be the king? Which one am I describing? The king or Jerome? Please. Just quick.
Your statement is wrong because it doesn't say al-Masih or Rasul. This is your problem. No, you're on answer.
You didn't answer the question.
I am answering. Listen, it doesn't say al-Masih or Rasul. Al-Masih ibn Malik. It says Ma Masih. Ma. What does it mean?
Ma al-Masih?
This is your ignorance.
No, it's not my ignorance. What you're doing is
let me speak. No, I'm not.
I wasn't done because I asked you.
You asked a question.
Yes, and
let me answer my question. I am.
No, because you're trying to take over my point.
Statement you made is wrong. When you say
you're trying to take over my point.
If somebody can text him and tell him to let me join the conversation so I can make him shish kebab.
No, I'm not. I'm going to just explain the wording so you don't quote it incorrectly.
What verse number?
What is the math for?
What verse number is it?
What the math for?
75.
So I'll quote from the English Quran so we can see exactly what it says. The Messiah, you can follow along if you like, son of Mary, is no more than a messenger.
Exactly.
So
no,
it's 575.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
When you
actually,
bro,
you asked a question and you won't let me answer.
Actually,
you wanted me to speak.
They'll give you a free one
because you quoted it wrong.
Trying to take over the point.
You did,
but
they
have
influences on their views. You skipped over the man. That's what I'm trying to say. You did. You said they
won't give you one.
It's a black man. That's not the way they're making it.
That's exactly how it is.
I'm filthy dirty.
Exactly how it is.
No, you missed the Nafi.
No problem.
Look,
No problem.
I'm gonna let you speak. I'm gonna let you speak.
And I'll give it to you. So this is what's interesting. It says here, the Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, is no more than a messenger. Does it say that the Messiah, that's titled, the Messiah is supposed to be nothing more than a messenger?
That's what he said.
Or is it describing the person who happens to be the Messiah, who's no more than a messenger? That's all it doesn't tell you nothing about Messiah. It just tells you about Jesus, who happens to be the Messiah. The same way, if I said the King Jerome is nothing but a black man. If I'm not describing the title of the king, I'm describing the person Jerome, who happens to be the king.
Just ask him, okay, show us where there is many Messiah. As before, let us solve it. The coward, he went and he looked all over. He could not find any reference except a notebook, which is not even saying that.
Right.
No.
Like the one he has in his hand?
The whole thing you're trying to do about Al-Masih is to say Jesus to a level other than being a messenger, right? And the fact of the matter is, this verse destroyed your whole argument. Because it does not say Al-Masih is a Rasul. It says Mal-Masih. He is not, meaning that with the title of Al-Masih, with Al-Masih, even Al, right? Again, you're interrupting.
You stupid idiot, this is all over. Al-Masih, it means there's only one Messiah. Chapter 4, verse 157. Chapter 4, 171. Chapter 4, verse 172. Chapter 5, verse 117. Chapter 17, verse 17. Chapter 5, 72. You see the liar? So now he's saying the word ma. The ma is just to give you that there's no exception except he is a messenger. But still he is the only Messiah. You see the coward? You see the fabricator? You see the liars?
With the title, I did not interrupt.
Sorry, guys.
Even with the title of
Yeah, that's what it said. They're sending me messages right now. They're saying CP wants to join the call.
This is the thing you're missing.
It's going to be on the
When
sky.
you have
CP
ma,
wants to
and
talk.
you're not even listening. Look at it. Like, so you don't want to know the truth. If you are listening to what I'm saying.
They told you Christian Prince is here.
All right. Hey, type.
I say? What did I say? No, that's not what I said. What did I just say? What did I say? You said you heard everything I said. Tell me what I said. That's a lie.
I said I heard your point.
You did not hear my point. What was my point?
Is that my point is that I'm elevating Jesus and
that was where. What did I just say? When you were, you missed it. You just said you heard it, and now you said you missed it.
Johnny John, I did.
No. When you see ma and illa for the Arabic speakers, this is and where you take it up. You're not just giving information, you're restricting. When you say, if you said, I hope you really listen because you can learn something.
I'm always open to learn. Hopefully you are too, though.
I am too. So when you say Allah ilah, if you say Allah is God, right? That is like the statement you were trying to make that a king is a black man, you're trying to explain. But when you say La ilaha illallah, that gives a different emphasis. You are saying that there is none that can be Allah. Then after that, no other thing can be put in. Nothing else can be worshipped except Allah. There's a difference. It's called slow. Just look it up, right? So when you have Ma Muhammadin, when you say Ma Muhammadin illa Rasul, right? That Muhammad is the messenger, the last of them. You are saying that the last messenger can only be the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You cannot say you're just describing Muhammad. You are giving information about others, that there's nobody else can be a messenger except this is the last of them, right? So when you say Mal Masih, the meaning is totally different. You're making nafi, that there is nothing else that can be given to
just tell him that the Christian Prince will join. Let us see what will happen.
That's it. This explains, and not just that. I give you. No, it's not the point. The whole point is there. I'm not. I'm explaining the ayah with evidences, right? Masih.
We're breaking down the ayah. So you want to break down the ayah?
Break down the ayah. Go ahead.
If you want to move to another book, you can do that.
Break down the ayah. Go ahead.
So very good. So what you're doing, man, you went on talking about nothing that matters. Nothing that has anything to do with the point and the argument that you're about to. Like, it's interesting. I appreciate the respect. It's interesting to me, seriously, how you can go on for so long and say nothing about what I'm asking you and addressing the actual point. The point is that the verse that's being quoted is not telling you nothing about the Messiah. It's telling you about Jesus, who happens to be the Messiah. This is crazy. It's exactly like the statement. I heard you, and you're just flawed. It's okay.
I'm gonna listen.
It's okay. It's exactly like the statement saying that the king, Jerome, is not a black man.
Not the same.
It's explaining Jerome, and you're wrong. And it's a fallacy.
Did you understand the La ilaha illallah?
It's okay.
Did you understand the Ma Muhammadin?
You're not bringing nothing that has to do with the statement being brought.
Didn't listen to anyone.
No problem.
Didn't listen to anyone.
So if you want to hold that, we'll let the audience decide. We're describing Jerome, who happens to be the king.
No.
It's describing Jesus. Are you interrupting me? I appreciate the apology. I appreciate it. So we're describing Jerome, who happens to be the king. And in the verse, it's describing Jesus, who happens to be the Messiah. It tells you nothing about the Messiah. It doesn't say that the Messiah is supposed to be nothing but a messenger. It doesn't tell you that the Messiah is supposed to be only human. It don't tell you nothing. It doesn't tell you anything. It just tells you what about Jesus. So now, if you want to move on to another book, go ahead and bring it up.
Listen. We're going to answer that first, and then we'll move on to the book. The first thing is, you know you're taught. That's why you're going in this circle, but it's okay. Look. When the Qur'an says Mal Masih, when you were talking about Messiah, you were talking about Jesus. Don't try to jump from the topic. And the Qur'an now clearly tells you, it didn't just say Al-Masih. It's really rude, bro. Like every time I'm speaking, you're cutting me off and stuff. I know you're so worried about your rules and stuff, but come on. Right? Mal Masih, when it says that, it does nafi. You don't understand what nafi is, so I'm trying to explain it to you, but you're not listening. You're just trying to review, right? It tells you that nothing more can be, no higher status, no non-human quality, none of that can be given to this. When it says Al-Masih here, it says Mal-Masih. Let me finish now. You're interrupting. Al-Masih. No, you're not. You're interrupting. Let me finish. Al-Masih. Masih, when it says, if it was Al-Masih, Isa ibn Maryam who was Rasul, you should have said, this is saying that the Masih, Isa ibn Maryam, is a messenger. But it says, Mal Masih, you cannot give to the Masih, Isa ibn Maryam. Jesus, of course. Has nothing to do with that Messiah. Jesus. It does have. It clearly says, Mal Masih.
The Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, is not has nothing to do with the title. It has to do with Jesus, the person.
Are you telling me or am I telling you?
We telling each other.
No. When you were speaking,
I don't know. I thought he will let me join the conversation so we can get him busted in 2 seconds.
So now, when you have in Arabic nafi, and then you have
Okay, guys, I think he will not let me join. So if you are in his channel, tell him to let him read chapter 3, verse number 45, where it says that the Messiah, his name is the Messiah. The Messiah is a person, his name is the Messiah. So if you are in his channel, tell him to make this potato read chapter 3, verse number 45. All right? And let us see how this potato will go in his rat house.
It shows that that cannot have anything else added. Meaning, when you have a Masih, Isa ibn Maryam, cannot be anything but a Masih. That gives you a khabar. That gives you khabar, news, right? With nothing for a Masih and for Isa ibn Maryam, right? So you cannot say that no, some other Masih could be something different more than a human. Because if it could be, you couldn't use nafi and illa. Then you would just say, Isa ibn Maryam huwa Rasul. But when you use nafi, that means nobody can be added into that. Nobody can be called al-Masih except, right? That is the point. It explains. Nobody can be called al-Masih except who is not a messenger.
Oh, stop it.
That's the Qur'an. Man Masih, Isa ibn Maryam illa Rasul. So when you have nafi here, that means that. And I explained this to you, but you're not listening. When you say La ilaha illallah, Allah could have said Allah wal ilah. Allah, let me finish. It does. You're not understanding the linguistics, and that's why you're not getting the point, or you don't want to get the point. But that's it's okay.
Johnny John, no.
You're educated. So when you see Mal Masih, this is like saying La ilaha illallah. So now, when you say La ilaha illallah, and you say, well, what about another ilah that could be something different? It cannot be. The ilah can only be Allah. So Al-Masih can only be Rasul. It cannot be more or less.
That
it's
is
going to be a Rasul.
criminal reading.
That is not a criminal reading. That is according to the
criminal reading.
Okay, just tell me what's
just like the footnote was
what's
a criminal reading.
What's Slob al-Hasan?
Criminal reading.
Okay. Show me a tafsir or a hadith or an evidence that says different.
That says what?
That says that no, this does not mean that Masih is a Rasul.
I never. That's not my point.
Now, let me give you how criminal you are reading it.
What you're doing is that you're demonstrating that you don't understand the argument.
I do understand the argument.
What you're doing is you have a script that you
just one step. There you go.
And that's why you can't go off the script.
When you say Al-Masih, then again, like I hate to.
Al-Masih who?
Al-Masih Isa ibn Maryam.
Thank you. So who's it talking about?
If you were saying this would be for Jesus, when you had man before it.
Very good.
See, this is what you're missing, the man. This is nafi, then nothing else. Right? Illa Rasul. Then you have to say that this means the explanation of Al-Masih and of Isa ibn Maryam, that he's a messenger. This is Ibn Abi Shaykh. I'm sorry, the son of this is Ibn Abi Hatim.
Ibn Abi Hatim?
Yeah, Musnad from Ibn Abi Hatim.
All right.
It's a really great print too, Darul Ibn al-Jawzi.
Okay.
So now, here, when you have a hadith with the sanad, حدثنا أبو سعيد عن وكيع عن سفيان عن منصور عن إبراهيم عن المسيح معنه الصديق. There you go. Take a picture.
What's it say?
Read it. حدثنا أبو سعيد الأشهر.
Translate word for word, please.
It was reported from Abu Sa'id al-Ashj, who reported from Waqi', who reported from Sufyan, from Mansur, from Ibrahim, who's a Nakhai, al-Masih al-Siddiq, right? The Masih.
Translate.
Translating, bro, listen. So I gave you the chain. Al-Masih has the meaning of those that are...
No, it doesn't say those. It's not plural.
It says Siddiq.
Not those. Stop.
Al-Masih.
The Messiah. The Messiah. is. Thank you.
Honest,
So
right?
thank you.
إسناده صحيح.
Problem.
Okay.
So
Now-
wait. Let's pause here because I love what you just said. But I had to catch you. Because what you tried to do is that you tried to say that this hadith is applying it to those in the plural, multiple. No, it's not. It's talking about one person, one Messiah. It says the Messiah is honest.
Hey, bro. Pull this my Quran out and go to. Oh, your hands are full too. Would it be possible for you to go to verse 3 or chapter 3, verse 45?
In what?
Where was he?
I don't even know how this is.
Ibrahim.
So that's an opinion of the scholar.
It's a hadith. It's a hadith. It's an opinion. This is where you lost again.
Chapter 3. It's chapter 3 right here, so we need verse 45.
You're giving me
Right there.
It's not the field. This is when you have a marfu, mawquf, marfu. These are called hadith.
345. 345.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
So when you say that this is a hadith, the statement of the senior tabi'un, the statement of Sahaba, I explained this to you last time, and that of Rasulullah all the way to Allah. These are types of hadith. You use those ahadith. Again, it's not called a tafsir. You use those ahadith for tafsir, to understand concepts. When you ask for hadith, and I told you about it last time, and I have
They gave a different opinion.
They gave me an opinion. Oh, no, again, and I explained this to you last time again. Al-Masih have many meanings, like a Rasul.
Because if we somehow didn't have a conversation.
No. In the Quran, you said not in the Quran.
So,
Is opinion. You just said after opinion. So wait. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do when scholars differ on what Messiah means? What do you mean? What does Ibn Abbas say? What does Ibn Abbas say? Remember what he said? Anointed with blessing, right? All right. No problem. What did this scholar just say? Those that are on it. No, not those. Stop making it plural. I have to keep catching you. Yes, I do. I have to keep catching you. If I say, pause. I wasn't done. You cut me off. So this is what's interesting. When I bring you the when I ask you, bring the hadith, bring the Qur'an, what that says.
CP wants you to read 345, yeah.
Because what's his name?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Right?
This is gonna be interesting.
Okay.
This was interesting. I asked him to bring hadith explaining what Messiah means and the purpose of Messiah. What you keep doing is showing me different opinions, tafsirs, explanations
and
different
not facts.
Different scholars, maybe companions or something like that, that all differ on what
the Sheikh here said
they have no answer. This is why you have to keep shuffling from scholar to scholar. This is bad. But here's another thing about this. Is that the verse that we read last time?
Yeah, so instead of him, and this
chapter 3, verse 45 of the Quran. This is what it says. When I don't even know if it says angel or not. When the angels said, "O Mary, indeed Allah gives you good tidings of a word from Him, whose name will be the Messiah." Jesus, son of Mary. You can't find nobody.
His name will be.
No. Can you admit that there's nobody else in your hadith, in your Quran, that's the Messiah? Can you admit that? Yes or no? Please just be honest. That's okay. We can
Finish speaking. Now, when you mention this verse, the other verse clarified your point. When you say
He just read it, Johnny.
or Johnny, right? Which is Isa ibn Maryam, right? So when the other ayah said he is nothing more than a messenger, it explained what Jesus, the Messiah, was nothing more than a messenger. Explain it. And you messed up your own point by bringing this ayah, because this ayah shows Ismuhu al-Masih. So when he's given that title, and explained that Al-Masih is nothing more than a Rasul. The Qur'an explained it. Well, no, let me finish. When you say Al-Mustafa, Al-Nabi, Al-Rasul, when you say this, Al-Rasul, right? When you say the message, right? And you said Al-Rasul is the one that Risala is given to. Then you say that everybody who's a Rasul is given a Risala. You don't say, oh, it says Al, so it's only about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No, that's not the way language works.
Show me somebody else who's called the Messiah.
Let me finish. Look, you spoke, I listened.
I asked a direct question.
Now,
I asked a direct question. Listen, is anybody else in the Quran or the Hadith called the Messiah? Yes or no?
Let me finish and I'll answer your question. I got you.
Here's the mic.
I take it, we'll drop it in a minute. Now, when you ask that question, I have shown you from the Quran first the meaning. No, you did. I did. And I'm not going to go back over it because everybody's seen it.
Yes, we all see it.
Now, when the Hadith and the Sahaba, and this is Hadith, this is when you're saying the Quran and Hadith, I'm showing you Hadith, you don't understand what a Hadith is. I've explained it 3 times, I'll explain it again. Both narrations, marfu.
It's a yes or no.
Let me finish.
You're never in
I'm not in the court. I will.
You're in the court.
I'm not in the court.
You brought something.
You're not a judge. You're not a court.
God is the judge.
God is the judge. Let God judge me. Let God moderate our judgment. You are not my accuser.
Yes or no?
You are not my judge.
Yes or no?
In the Quran, in the Hadith, when you find the meaning of a word, and there are multiple meanings, that's
how much time?
I mean, come on, how stupid you are, how fake you are. His name is the Messiah. Everybody is dying and laugh at you. That means there's only one person identified by the word Messiah. He's named even before his birth. You are a liar, you are a fraud, and not even a single Muslim agree with you. And when you are the one saying, show me a hadith, show me a tafsir, we asked you for the same. Show me, we showed you the Quran saying the Messiah is his name, and you coward is still saying there's many Messiah. How many Muslims will love to laugh at you? I did not even go there. I did not even share in the conversation. Just one verse, we got you busted. Anyway, guys, I'm going to be done for today. As you see, this religion is stupid, and obviously they will not call me, you know. But this guy don't even know how to read Arabic. He was showing him a book in Arabic, but he could not even read the names. This is how fake he is. He claimed he have a master degree in Hadith, but yet he could not even read one line in Arabic. One line in Arabic. Hey, catch a boy. Good luck. You became the joke and the mockery even for Christian students, not the masters. So if a Christian student can do that to you, what Christian prince can do to you? Huh? Liar, liar. I wish they will, like this brother, he will call right away. Let us see how Uthman will hide in his cave, and he will say, and talk to Christian prince. If you are a man, come here, okay? If you are, and he will say, Christian princes. Who is the princes? There's many Messiah, you coward, liar. Which book says that? Which sheikh says that? Every Muslim will laugh at you. Not a single Muslim will not end laughing at you. And not a single Muslim will agree that there's many Messiah. And this is my challenge to all the Muhammadan. If you can't find me one Muslim sheikh, beside this fake sheikh, saying there's many Messiah, I challenge you. The only one who say there's many Messiah is the Qaidiniya, which is not even Muslims, or, you know, followers of a Muslim cult. It's called Ahmad Mirza Ghulam. But even that one, he don't say there's many Messiah. He claimed that he is the Messiah. He just came back. What a shameful person you are. No dignity.
Went ma. In Arabic, the fi'l comes first. So if you're like,
Ma, you idiot, is saying he is just a messenger. But what does have to do with being many Messiah or one Messiah? He is just a messenger. I mean, do you see the stupid coward? He just said he is just a messenger. But still, this is the Messiah. There's only one Messiah. Actually, if the Quran is saying that the Messiah is just a messenger, that means he meant many Messiah then. So the sentence will be wrong. If Allah, he says that the Messiah was nothing but a Messiah, and this will mean there's many Messiah. That's mean the rest of the verse is wrong, and the verse of the verse is stupid. Because there it says he is a messenger and his mother Mary. I mean, do you see the stupidity? It says clearly that this is the Messiah, not a Messiah, and his mother Mary. So even the sentence he is using there, it's confirmed that this is the Messiah, who there's no one else beside him is called the Messiah. So he's telling them, who is the Messiah? And by the way, here it says, doesn't say Jesus, Isa, doesn't say Jesus, it says the Messiah and his mother. What a stupid liar, trying to cover his poo-poo, and the more poo-poo he tried to cover.
Same man first, you're asking me to mistranslate. Let me translate then you'll understand.
The more poo-poo he do.
Give me 1 second, I'll tell you. I just got to check this camera. How's the camera? Good. 20 minutes? 20 minutes? 20 minutes. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Anyway, I'm done with this idiot. You see, they are just a bunch of kids. They have no dignity. And even the Muslims who are around him, they should say to him, brother, just admit that you are making a big mistake. And yes, there's no Messiah beside the Messiah. Just say it. You will see all the Muslims are so quiet. They knew he's lying, but it's an embarrassment. This is the guy, they claim that he is their teacher. He made a big poo-poo. He don't want to admit that he made a poo-poo. And he lied. And this is the consequence. Every Muslim will die laughing at Sheikh Uthman for centuries to come. And we can open any interpretation, even for the verse he chose. If the verse what he chose in Ibn Kathir, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, Al-Jalalain is saying what he is saying, then he's right. If none of them saying that, he's a liar. And remember, we are the Arab, not an Afghani boy who do not even know 3 words in Arabic, how to read them. There's only one Messiah. This is why the letter AL exists before the word, for it is a title and a name in the same time. So when the Quran says his name, and then our friend here, you see how many times I said, be consistent with your question and keep forcing the question. So he asked him the question, but he did not force it. Show me one person in the Quran or in the Hadith. He is the Messiah and he is not Jesus. There's 2 Messiah in Islam. One is the true Messiah and the one is the false Messiah. So the false Messiah not to be counted. He's a false Messiah. This is his name. His name is Dajjal. And the reason there's a false Messiah, because simply there's only one Messiah. And all Muslims, they knew that. It's a shame. It's a shame that this guy, where is the Muslims? Where is the Muslim sheikhs? Why nobody rebuke this guy, tell him you are misleading our children? It's just because he didn't want to admit that he was doing a fraud, lying to his people. He now is misleading the Muslims. I make a request for all Muslim teachers. Be against me as much as you want. I want you to fix the teaching of Islam. This guy is creating a new sect. A sect believes there's many Messiah, and not only that, he claimed that Muhammad himself is a Messiah. How you Muslims even accept such a thing? This guy, he made Islam a mockery for everybody. We are laughing. Because if a sheikh, he lie, even against his own religion, he's now not lying against us, he's lying against Islam. If your prophet did not say that, and he said the opposite, there's only one Messiah. When your prophet, he says, the Messiah almost coming down. If there's many Messiah, then people will think it's Abraham. They will think maybe it is anyone. It's a Messiah. The second you say Messiah in Islam, it's me. There's only one Messiah. I want every Muslim to take this video and tell your sheikhs, this sheikh is teaching that there is many Messiah and Muhammad is a Messiah. And now all the Christians are laughing at him. And they are using that to laugh at Muhammad and the Quran. Because if a sheikh, he is claiming to have a master's degree in the hadith, and he is a sheikh in a mosque, and he is be supported by Muslims, and he is teaching them that there is many Messiah, that means Islam is screwed for real. This is a new sect. This is a new religion. Never happened before. Never heard all my life. A single Muslim sheikh saying there's many Messiah. And this is why when they ask him, can you show me one reference, one hadith? The coward, he went to notebook printed 1998. The note is printed it's written 1998. And he claimed that this is from Umar ibn Khattab. How a person who have a master degree in hadith, he did not notice that this is a language not spoken at that time. He did not notice it says, my dear reader. Umar ibn Khattab, he said, my dear reader. Umar ibn Khattab, he says, in our world today. I mean, what the heck? This is a note speaking about how Islam is advanced supposedly before, way before the other civilization. But the same page, by the way, teaching about how to beat Christians. You see how advanced it is? How to beat Christians. Coward. No shame, no dignity, no loyalty even to the religion. They worship themselves. Anyway, I think his broadcast now, streaming is not working good. I don't know if it's gone or not. It doesn't matter really. I'm done with this tedious stupid. But you see, we are glad, you know, those are priceless for us, by the way, because they confirm one thing to the Christians. You remember when I said to you that the Russian now in the war, they make a video, and the video they claim something, and they claim that they are Ukrainian posting this video, and then they make another video showing the original video proving that this was a fraud, like copying a video about war happened 10 years ago, and Ukrainian claim that this is a video yesterday, but the fact that the one who posted the first video claiming to be Ukrainian, he is not a Ukrainian. And then he is the same person who will post the original one to prove that this is a fraud, so he can damage the reputation of the Ukrainian. Well, this idiot, he is doing the same, but he is damaging his own reputation and damaging the reputation of the Muslims. He claimed that Umar ibn Khattab, he said something, and then we check it out, we find it's a fraud. This was a notebook. Somebody added to the book, 1998, a comment. This is from now. Have nothing to do with the hadith, and it's not even a hadith. And then when we ask him, can you show us the reference? One reference, he failed, that there is many Messiah. And now he is trying to say, Mal Masih. Okay, Ma is a letter or a tool, mean he is nothing but exception. Exception that he is nothing about him except he is a messenger. But still he is the Messiah. If there is many Messiah, and the word Ma will change the meaning that there is many Messiah, that means the verse is stupid. Because there's many Messiah then. How we know which Messiah is talking about? They take advantage if you don't speak Arabic, but people will learn and people will laugh. Did we have a good time? And again, by the way, we are not going in the other channel. Soon we will go there again, but we will still doing live podcast here. So tell your friends, please, that we are going to be live here for some time, so people, they join us. Until now, most of the Christians who follow my videos, they don't know how to find me. Even though we post every time videos saying Patreon/Christian Prince. So if a Christian Prince channel was gone, or he changed the channel, all what you need to do, you go to patreon.com/Christian Prince. You do not need to donate. You do not need even to make a login name. You do not need to do anything. Just type patreon.com/Christian Prince. You will see my video. Click at the last video I posted. You will find me. That's mean this is where I am now. Very simple. Why people have hard time when we are having the address in the front of you? Isn't it this is an address? Did you ask yourself why this address is there? It is there for a reason. So my friend, his name is the Messiah, and the Messiah is our Lord, and he is holy. His name is holy. His act is holy. His word is holy, and he is God on earth who came to us, the walking, talking, living word of God. And then he said, you are from below, I am from above. And because he is from above, he went back to above. Dust to dust, my friend. This is who we are. He go where he belong. He is from above. And then the Muslim, they say to you, where Jesus says, I am God, worship me. Well, he said, I am from above. What does that mean? And you are from below. So he is not from our kind. He is not one of us. He is our Lord. In the same time, yesterday, a Muslim, he tried to play games. He said, can you explain to me why Jesus said that the earth and the heaven will be demolished, will be gone, will pass away, but my word will not? This is a sentence proof that Jesus is God again, because everything will go except his words. How that can be unless he is God? How you can preserve a word if everything is finished, if everything is gone? For the word of God is God himself. So how you can demolish the word of God when God, our God, is the living God, eternal God? So our Lord the Messiah, he has given them hard time. They're trying to replace him with the cult leader Muhammad, a person who was busy going after children, having sex with the children, killing, stealing, even being accused that he took underwears. He'd been accused by his followers to be a thief. He himself, he flirted with his own son wife. The zero ethic prophet, and the zero ethic prophet. How in the world even this can be a prophet when all his prophecies become false? And next time we go live on air, I challenge every Muslim to call me live and to show me one prophecy. You see, there's tons of Muslim videos showing you how many prophecies Muhammad he said. As an example, he says you will conquer the Byzantinian, you will conquer Constantinia. But Muhammad was saying that to the Arab in front of him. And the proof of that, he said, stay away from the Turk as long as they don't fight you. And he claimed that the Turkish are Gog and Magog people. But the fact what happened, Muhammad himself, he went to attack Constantinia after he said that. And he failed. He failed in Tabuk. He came back, shish kebab, hummus. He could not do it. So Muhammad, he made a false promise. And then when the Turk, they conquered Constantinia, the Muslim, they claim this was his prophecy. When the Muhammad was talking, he was speaking to the Arab and to those who are in front of him. Every single prophecy Muhammad said is proven to be false. Next time we go live on air, we encourage every single Muslim to call us. And this is the challenge for you. You can bring your ketchup boy with you. Show me one prophecy come to be true. And by the way, if there's one prophecy that did not come true, Muhammad is a fraud. Because it doesn't matter, one lie, two lies, three lies. Prophet is a prophet always, not part-time prophet. One lie is enough to prove Muhammad is a fraud. Just one. And we have millions of them. So thank you guys for being here. I hope we have a good time together. The video became so long, but you can cut it pieces as you wish. And remember, I don't keep my videos for long, so I will delete them every few days. So download, share, and do what you need to do. Thank you. God bless you.
But I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Qur'an is mentioned. If this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him,